one can. Hey everyone, it's Panda Man. He is the greatest when he hits his pixel can. He loves to fight to win, but
Welcome,
Sniper
everybody.
defeated him when no one can.
MJ Hack, you made it in time. Well done. Hey, John Drow, your first in. Retro Fury, your second. Tech Ninja, third. And Martok, subscribe for tier 1 for 5 months already. Fantastic news. Flossie, you made it. Flossie, I thought you were going to go see Metallica.
He loves to
Is it
fight
Metallica
to
more
win,
important than me?
but Sniper defeated
Oh, that was last time.
him
Oh my god, we got Dangerous Ghost Pepper on the stage. Colby is in the background. Oh, Ghost Pepper ever said to me that she wants to cut me. I don't even know what that means. It sounds devastating. Just wants to cut me all the time. I have no idea. I know. It sounds really nasty. Yeah, Ghost Pepper is a lovely person, typically. How you doing, Broken World? Come on in, people. Come on in. General Hoke, let's go. Navis made it in. What's going on here?
He loves to win like no one can. Hey everyone, it's Panda Man.
Okay, we got a few people coming in as well last minute.
He hits his pixel can. He loves to fight.
Let's get
to
Sniper
win,
on the stage as well.
but Sniper defeated him.
Yes, he did.
When no one can.
Hi, Train already. Come on, guys. I can't take my eye off the screen already. Thank you very much. Hey, Kevins. I do not support the Mega Cube in any way possible. I know what you're talking about. Nay, never. How you doing? Nerves of steel. Down, boom. Bow, bow, ba-da-da-da. Sniper's on the stage. Oh. All we can see is me just shrugging my shoulder. It's one shoulder dance. Oh. Boom, boom. Good day, Murphy. Ellie Olele. Mufasa made it in time. Mufasa, are you okay? I know you got injured. Sammy Stitch, subscribe for tier 2 for 2 months in advance. Sammy, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for that one. MJ Hat in the house. Weasel has made it in. LOD is here. Stranatorian, how you doing? How is everybody coming on? We're going to attempt number 3 at getting to sing this song live. I mean, look, we're just going to have to do it. We're going to have a little conversation and we'll crack on with the show. It's going to be loads of fun. Slowly waking up. Tech 1 is here, ladies and gentlemen. He has made it in. LA side is finally up. LA side's finally up. Here we go. Aries, I can see you in there. Reach well. There's loads of people coming in. Sherlock Holmes is in the house. E11E is also here. Moose, how you doing, buddy? I was thinking, need a tank on a mod. Mufasa, I don't understand words. I think you missed letters everywhere. Let's get people in. No worries, Albatron. Thank you, bud. Aries, how you doing, bud? Lovely to see you. Come on in, people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The High Train, level 2. 3 subs to get next level. Let's go. Done dash. Hydrate. I don't have anything to hydrate with. Oh, I've got a coffee. With, what does it say? A lag day or a leg day on it. A mug available on STFCbriefings.com, just in case anyone wants to purchase anything. We do have a few things. It's like, I'm such a sheep collector here. Sarah Dance, you made it in. Let's get the numbers up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Here we go. We're going to kick off with the song. I won't stop it this time. Let's go. G2 Alice is here. Now up 29. I'll take an STFC ride. Sing it. Highway to the sky. Macarena Lobster's here. The road is hard to find. I gotta keep on rolling. It is the STFC Anonymous meeting. Rolling. Grown-ups is here. Keep on rolling. Welcome everybody to STFC Briefing. Let's go. Yes, that is the name of the show. Can you say it one more time, please? Oh. Jay Berg, as much as Nigel and Baby's on Picados. Oh yeah, I was killing them today. What do I need? 45 Street Fighter on, Galileo!
Briefings. Briefings, I'll take a free ride.
Highway to the sky.
The road is hard to find. I gotta keep on rolling.
Thanks, General Oak.
Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling.
Come on, everybody. Come on in, people. Street Reach. 1 minute 39 seconds left on the hype train with a level 2. 2 subs to gas there. Welcome to STFC Briefings. We're voice the players. We're Twitch partners. Sponsored by My Territory Incorporated, Holy Shit Energy, and Paramount Studios. 1 minute left on the hype train. 2 subs. Nate Ever with 45th Street. Thanks, Susie Q2. What's the name of the show? I'll take a free ride. Highway to the sky. Come on in, people. The road is hard to find. I gotta keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. Yeah, come on in, Mad Hatter. And Zuma. Hey, Pitu. Hey, Top Gunner. Keep on rolling. Briefings. I'll kick off to the video straight away. Let's get your friends in.
Space, the final frontier.
These are the continuing voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds.
Boldly going where no man, where no one has gone before.
Warp 1, engage!
They used to say if a man could fly, he'd have wings. But he did fly. He discovered he had to.
Let's begin the show!
Welcome in, Valhalla King. And you're right, Sherlock Holmes. In a world where they had a dream.
Come on in, people. Hey, I'll be back. We're about to begin. You know where we're going to transfer to? Tag Force win. Tier 1 for 5 months. Indominus with 5.
I'm so glad the podcast is live. Warp speed ahead.
And here we go, it's Colby Checker! Hello, Colby! Let's go! She's back! Exclamation point Colby in the chat. Let's go! Let's go! There's the coffee. Fire a coffee for this song. Let's go!
Warp speed ahead, we're here. exploring galaxies every day. We are hosting the cosmic stream. STFC briefings, it's the ultimate gleam. Tune in for tips and tricks galore. News updates and so much more. Exciting guests and interviews too. STFC briefings, just for you.
Yes, it's clipped. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to STFC Briefings. We are the voice of the players. We are live on Twitch. And that was Colby Checker. Let's go! Yes! Today we're going to be talking about all the territory nooks and crannies. The patch update that fixed something. It fixed something, right, Quazel? Something.
Who knows?
Who knows, exactly. Who knows? This is awesome. This is awesome by LOD. Thank you very much. We are trying with technical broke a lot, Donnerly. It's going to be awesome. We'll be talking about it all, but we're talking about community, unity, and everything. They definitely didn't break anything. Oh, good, good. Exit point, Colby. If you can, buy her a coffee, if that you will. I'm trying to secretly get her somewhere, but she refuses to allow me to help, but this is my only way I can do it. So come on, people. Come on in and see what it's like. Hey, Lady Patu, you have made it in time. Welcome into the show. Welcome into everything we're going to be talking about, which is going to be unique, exciting, and brilliant. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. NetNiv actually made it on stage for once. I know you've all had rumors about it, but NetNiv is here for some strange reason. Colby, how are you?
Hi, thanks for having me back.
Well, I mean, it's like I love having you back, which is always great.
Yeah.
Colby, I was talking to people about something that I thought was unique. In your Substack, you're talking about what you release in life and what community is. One of the things I've always thought that was amazing was that people are here because of a community and people they put together and the friends they make. And this game can be frustrating on a lot of levels, where there are things that might not work, the button fails, the thing fails, but the community is what brings people together. And that's something that I think you preach about as well. I've got 1 minute and 6 subs, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And is it something you look forward to? How is your community and your life? I mean, other than us, obviously, but outside that world, what it is that you bring?
Yeah, I think community is everything. Otherwise, like, what are we doing on this planet? And I was like listening to something where they said it's not your net worth, it's your network. And that really resonated, because it's like, if I can't experience this with other people, or also like I'm in certain kinds of communities in person, but also as well digitally, and like private, like I'm in a private Facebook group, which was not something I saw for myself, but it's like a place where I can go and like talk about consciousness and things that like fill me up and help me understand myself better and being in the world better. And I just think we're all also like mirrors of each other. And so that's how, like, through relationships, how we get to know ourselves on a deeper level.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I mean, yeah, absolutely agree. I mean, we've got 10 seconds left, everyone. You've donated enough, six subs. But the thing is, I do agree with you, because communities are what bring people together. Communities are what make you worth as well. People have battled together. I mean, MJ Happ, for example, is a wonderful person. I told you his story privately, that the community came for him multiple times, and he's a wonderful person. He deserves it because of what he does for them. And this community means a lot to me and a lot of the people. And I just want people to understand that let's go through this with positivity rather than looking at it in some way. I'm also part of a community with NetNiv called Smashing. Part of a community from NetNiv called How to Do.
Community called Smashing.
No,
What?
it's called How to Do Proper Accents. You know, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh,
this is what NetNiv sounds
really?
like. Yeah, of course he does. Yeah.
Yeah, what of it?
What of
Top
it?
of the morning.
What I'll do, you top of the morning. You just switch
Top
the
of the morning. Yeah.
Just like
Top of the morning, James Joyce.
yeah, exactly.
I have a degree
just
in
because-
that, so don't worry about it.
That's just
Obviously,
because Nigel's
It's well
Irish.
worth
You
it.
know, he just likes to do accents.
Yeah, well, NetNiv says because Nigel is apparently Irish, which is not true in any way possible. But Colby's got a bit of Irish, right?
I've got a bit of Irish. I've got no, that's a
That's not the
different accent.
accent.
I've got
That was
yeah,
terrible.
I've got a. I no, now. It's terrible. My grandmother, I can't even understand her because she speaks Gaelic. That's how Irish. She's full Irish. Came here at 15 off of a boat.
Yeah,
what am I saying?
Exactly. It's just one of those things to do that. I understand. Her volume level looks good to me. It's just she's coming through one ear, by the way. If you put the wrong ear in, that's the only reason.
I know. We're gonna figure this out. I believe in us. Speaking of community, we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, community. Yeah.
We're gonna rally the community, give us some feedback.
Yeah, give us some feedback to try and then we'll see how that works out. But no, you've heard it from her. You've heard it from everywhere. Her Substack's absolutely amazing. Her last story is mind-blowing. It touches the heart for me. So please, let's put it up there. You know, go to the coffee link, help her out as well, and go join her Substack. It's only a couple of bucks, whatever, $4 a month. So join in, help her out, and let's get some subs that way as well. We like to share the love, and this to share with is Colby. Adore you as always. Thank you so much. You always do me loads of stuff, so I appreciate you.
Oh my God. Thank you for having me. I just want to add, regardless of all the plugging, thank you. I just want to say also for community, it's how we feel less alone in the world. So thanks for having me here.
Yeah, exactly. And that is it. Well, we're never alone when we've got Colby and we've got us as well. Thank you very much. Colby, see you later. See you soon.
See you next time.
See you next time. Let's go to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Thank you so much. It's absolutely brilliant, and we'll keep it going. That was Colby, ladies and gentlemen. She is back, and thank you for her for doing so. And I appreciate her loads. Do you know what I mean? Like, absolutely adore the woman. I think she is iconic. She's brilliant. We will work. She'll be here again, so it's not something that I'm totally worried about. We will sort out more technical issues as we get through it. We get limited times. Colby says goodbye. Thank you. Yeah, that's okay. MJ Hat, it's understandable. These are one of those things. Hers is on maximum. We will set the levels a little bit higher next time. That's not a problem at all. That's something I can sort out on our side. Which isn't a issue. Her volume is at... we turned her volume down for the singing. She needs to turn her volume up for her side when it comes to next time. That's all it is. It's just a little thing. But I was more worried about some of the stuff that was going to happen. So we get all the way here. We don't have KJ. I'm actually going to be able to put NetNiv back on this stage for the first time, which is fantastic news because I thought that he quit on us, actually. NetNiv, how was your Irish accent?
My Irish accent depends on whether I'm around people that are Irish.
Well, top of the morning to you there, NetNiv.
Aye, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do my Irish accent right now.
That is one of the worst things I've ever heard. Okay, that's no problem at all. I'm just going to remove Abs, and I'm going to put you there as Abs comes back in. And there is next NetNiv. Let's transfer that across. And Crisito is not here at the moment. We've got a lot to talk about, guys. There's a lot of things to sort of get through. And there's a few minor changes that I think are quite interesting to sort of make clear. And I think this is where Quasel comes in with a lot of his stuff, right? So hello there. The most important thing. So Quasel, we're going to your screen, right? We're going to start off with your screen first. This new protected cargo. So guys, they are aware of this. They did say in game that it is a, in quotation mark, a bug or an issue, but let us understand it. Quasel, explain to us what on the ship this means now today.
Well, it seems that we have been used to seeing our current cargo as the first value and the total cargo as the second value.
Yeah.
Since today, the first value is the protected cargo as long as you are below it. Once you're going OPC, you're seeing once again the current cargo. I think one of the reasons for this change, and that might have been intentional, is we have seen these galactic anomalies appearing in territory, and one of those buffs says it reduces your protected cargo. So maybe the idea was, that's just my assumption, that they wanted to make it visible and just failed to communicate it.
Yes, exactly that, which I think is quite interesting because let me go in game, right? So in game, you're saying this protected cargo. So I've clicked on my affiliate. I finally got one. Lom, before you diss me, it's there. So you get this thing, which you click on. It says, oh, by the way, what do you guys see there? Yeah, that's some geodes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got a few things. Retro Fury, can someone let her on stage, please? And that is the number that's on there. As you can see, the protected cargo 319.34k, but the number here says 1.34 million, which means I've got 1.34 million left of protected cargo to be able to mine. Is that? Am I understanding that correctly, Quasel, to a certain extent?
It seems to be the total number and not the number left. So you can go up to 1.34 million, and then you go OPC.
Yes.
The number, if you click on it, was always weird because that's kind of not your protected cargo. That's the current protected cargo.
Yes,
it's a bit weird.
It's such a mess. As we go back to your to your sheet and your understanding, because you're such a sheet. By the way, there's some merchandise available there if you wish to go for it.
But hey, it's green.
No one knows why. Really, literally, no one knows why.
Why is it green? Why is it green, Quasel?
Yeah, everyone wants to understand it. But yes, so currently, what it is, Quasel, explain it further to us.
So I mean, I think that's it. It's like just a display change. Nothing else has changed, and it makes it more visible if you're really going into territory and go to a system where this special effect is running from the Galactic Anomalies. So yeah, it's. Do people like it? I mean,
That's
or
a great
do people
question.
hate it?
This is the most important thing. Do people like this new setup? No. Ascendancy says no. Romulan Borger, Irish at heart. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Murphy says, no one seems to like the new number change because it's a change. Bear in mind, people, it's a change, which is why people sometimes are not aware of it, are not enjoying it, or don't like it. Now you've spoken about Galactic Anomalies, right? Because these are it's new. It started today. You've seen them inside territory in multiple places. So, and with that is where Retro Fury will come in because she's got some questions regarding this. But what I'll do is I'll switch to the game, right? So we're here on Galactic Anomaly. We have the sheet ready as well. So Galactic Anomalies in the game, just so everyone's aware, you can see them inside your territory, as you could see. Like I've got a couple in this one. And what you do to have a look is you click on them. You see this button here. It says 20 days and 8 hours, which sounds excessive. And these are the things that you're missing there. Right? And those are very important. The question I ask people is maybe this is a new start of maybe more things. It's which this is the first iteration of it. Let's see what else they can do with it, Quasel. And the important thing is, as we look at your sheet, you can see that other people have got different ones. They've got Apex Barrier Gain, I see there, PvE, mining rate loss. Loss, that's a really bad one to get. I mean, I'd feel really unlucky if I had a service with that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, but will you know this? You won't know this, Nigel.
50%. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, a G7 player like me has about 850% base mining speed on everything, and then you add to it something like the whip, gives you another 1100 of mining speed. Yes. Suddenly we're talking about, on the new nodes, 2K, and then you add crew to it. And if it's maybe on a system with ore or gas, you have another few 100% researchers. Those 50% are thrown in the same pocket, and you won't notice it.
Yes.
Maybe the Apex Barrier, like 15K Apex Barrier, yeah, that stuff you will notice. So it heavily depends on what this number means and how much of that number you already have, as usual.
Yeah, that's true. Retro Fury, you had some opinions regarding these Galactic Anomalies. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I thought the term buff was kind of confusing because it's like an anti-buff. So instead of like buffing and increasing, it's decreasing. And not everyone is in G7. No one in my alliance is. And we do have everyone trying to mine as much as possible, including mid-ops. I don't know if they have refinery or not. That's a completely different situation. But when you get the anomaly, it's for 20 days.
Yeah.
And right now it's territory reset or territory fights or TC or whatever is every week. So you can actually have that anomaly for the entire week that you're there. And so being 67, it does impact me because I don't have the 68 miners.
Yeah.
And it's already pretty slow going. And then for the mid ops that are trying to mine,
Yes.
it's even slower, and they're already slow. So I can see how this could be kind of fun, right? Like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
hope I don't get the anomaly. But
Yes.
what I think it might be better if it maybe didn't last as long, like 2 days instead of 20, and then that way it hops around to different territories instead of being stuck on one territory for 20 whole days.
Yeah.
That's like what, a fourth of the territory season.
Yes. Which,
So
yeah,
Okay.
it feels like it's quite a long time. Basically, that's what you're
it
saying.
really does, especially when you aren't that fast at mining already. Now, it doesn't hit all the territories, so the other ones are fine, but it's on the 1 star for us, which
Oh
is the one
God.
that mines fastest. And so you already are in 2 star that's slow, and 3 star that's even slower. So now
Mm-hmm.
1 star is getting kind of bumped to the same speed as 2 star, so it's taking a long time.
Yes, but
So
also there are some benefits to it as well as negativity. But yes, Quasel,
yeah.
your point here.
I check even in your case with a node that doesn't have the buff and a node in your system how much the difference actually is. And for example, if you have Fleet Commander Chainway, she has a buff that gives you 300% mining rate up to, depending on how far you have gotten the skill.
Yeah,
So
correct.
I can
It's
see it.
not a buff. Well, I'm going to call it an anti-buff. It's for the whole
Yeah,
system,
yeah,
so
it's
it's
a
not
boon,
just
or it's
for
a
me.
bane. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, which is
yeah.
quite painful. So
It's
let's go to Janeway. Where is her buff that you're talking about, Quasel? She has a is there a protected
Oh, you're
cargo?
talking about Janeway as the fleet commander versus the
yeah,
officer. Okay.
Yeah, the fleet
because
commanders.
this is stuff people might have missed because it's not as important. Let me quickly.
So I'm currently on my screen on Janeway, right? And you're talking about the mining speed buff that
Yeah.
she has. So she can go up to, as you click on it, 300% bonus, which is quite
Mm-hmm.
impactful in that way. Also, these anomalies give you some positives, and I don't know about the positives
Mm-hmm.
until they sort of have a look at them, really. But like we've got them in this system here, which is one of the worst systems of all time, by the way. No one ever go to Optima. Mining rate gain is 50%. Protected cargo loss is 75% because no one in my alliance is mining 3-star normal materials. Explorer damage PvP loss seems like a really odd one to have. And then critical damage gain is there. But also, it affects people. People like Ellie O'Elzy, who says, I set timers for everything in the game, P shields, TC event endings, etc. But it's always a guess when I take a node unless I babysit it or do the exact math on my rate. Not gonna happen, lol. As it's how long I have until going OPC, which on my server is week when you can be hunted. So it affects people like that. So when people, we need to have calculators for people, even if you say 50% is maybe not big for you, Quasel, but it might be huge for someone
Yeah.
who's slightly a little bit lower in that one.
Yeah. And the PvP stuff is even more interesting because that's most likely the loss of 50% damage seems to be very low. If it's really base weapon damage, didn't test that yet. But the critical damage gain is a big thing. So that's the stuff that everybody will have seen a big impact.
Yes,
So
that
it's
one's
kind of
huge.
interesting.
Yeah, and Mufasa, absolutely did a test on his, and sounds like it's 50%. So on the damage thing, and as well as a debuff in that way. So people are aware these are new galactic anomalies, but the problem is these can change. It sounds like once they've chosen one for a server, it's kind of the same. Mining rate, protection cargo loss, critical PV. I think they just go, oh, this server's getting this month. Let's go to something a little bit different. Let's click on their one. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm wrong. Apex barrier PvE gain, 15k. Mining rate loss, 50%. Battleship damage, PvP loss is bigger. Critical damage gains 300%. This is a great place to go and, not to go OPC. Otherwise, you're screwed over there, the NXOM. And then over here, it's there. Mining rate less, Apex shred. So they have like two setups with their. Has the question I've got is, if you've got these and you've got people struggling and they've got to deal with the anomalies before even doing the other maths, we need to find a way to tell people. So maybe you think this cargo setup is designed to let you know, oh, by the way, you can only mine 1.34 million. So you click here and you go, oh, right, okay, 371 sort of protected, and that is really important. Is there any effect of these anomalies only present in the territory, or it's in the game-wide? It's only in the present territory. So only in the ones over here you can see inside the game. In those areas, we'll have those. Nothing game-wide. But this sounds like a start of potentially more places and more things that they can do with. And also potentially a start of what they can add. The only question is, all 1 stars right now, you say? 1 stars, 1 stars, 1 stars, 1 stars, 1 stars, 1 stars. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there, MJ Hat, all in 1 stars right now. That's quite effective in that one. The thought process is what else could be brought in, Quasel, that could make this impactful? I mean, it'd be amazing if it gave you a 2,000%. Do you know what would be great? Would you, you know what, I'll ask some of the players on the panel here. And I'll start with Shockwave Prime. Right, imagine, Shockwave, you got a 2,000, like, imagine you go into an area and, you know, and you've got a minus 2,000% damage, but you get a plus, I don't know, 2,000% Sigma trit dropped. Would you suddenly go, yeah, I'd go there, I'd take the risk? Do you like this idea of risk in exchange?
Yeah, I think, you know, risk benefit reward is the essential portion of any strategy game. So I think that would be a decent one. Yeah. My problem with the Galactic Anomalies right now, are, as Retro Fury stated, that they're just too long. But
yeah,
I also understand this is the first iteration of them.
Yeah.
So then, you know, they're going to work with it. I agree with you at 100%. There's definitely some neat stuff that they can do with it. They just have to be creative, and maybe instead of like, because these are temporary anomalies. So maybe instead of 15,000, maybe instead of 15,000 apex barrier, pump that up to 40,000. Maybe make it last a day or two, you know, instead of 20 days. I think at that point, there's a lot of reward for essentially, you know, a low trade-off of risk. And I think then at that point, players can really maximize how they want to play the game and strategy. And strategize based off of that. So I think it's definitely a fun mechanic. Right now, they definitely need to work on it, though, because it's just entirely too long.
Yeah, exactly. Like 20 days, 8 hours sounds too long. Ghost Pepper, let's go to the other side of the spectrum, you know, for someone who's incredibly low level but been playing it for 25 years. I told Colby that you would say you would cut me, so I'm hoping that won't happen. But
do you need that as a clip? Like, Colby, I will cut him.
No, she won't. And also, don't go against her. I think she might win. You have to low blow her basically to try and win this. Clip, exclamation point clip. Now, Ghost Pepper, genuinely, does this affect you? Like, look at that numbers. We got 15k apex barrier and 50% mining.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It affects, like, because it's in one of our systems. We actually have the same territory that's next to you.
Yeah.
And so it's in our 1 star as well, and it does affect. And for me, I agree with everyone else. 20 days is too long. I also would prefer an opt-out option. Like, if you could either accept it all or opt out of all, right? Because some of these negatives might not outweigh the positives, especially if it's only in that territory.
Yes.
So, like, the PvP and those apex barrier gains aren't going to help us except during a contested TC. And that's also a variable. So I don't know how much is actually going to help us, but having your mining speed cut in half will have an effect. And it's not something I'm going to go after. You know, I'm also not going to go chase another anomaly in the hopes that I get it. I'm just not going to use that system, you know, other than the buffs that I can, the services that I activate.
Yeah.
So that's where not something that I think we would chase, but it does hinder us when you know.
Yeah,
when you
and
have so many systems.
yeah, and Abs agrees with you as well, which is interesting. Sniper, you've seen this mathematician-wise, right? You are a calculator of everything that you do here, and you think about, this, that, and the other. What do you think of this Galactic Anomalies? And remember, this first iteration, imagine if they went extremes. Imagine minus 2,000% damage, but you get so much of whatever out of it. Would it suddenly be excitable to you?
I mean, possibly. It's a little interesting though, because at least from what I've seen of them across the different territories, and I know it's just the first iteration of them, but it seems like each territory gives you a semi-random. I don't know if we can call it fully random,
Yeah.
two, what I call two positive modifiers. I like to use that word. I know we use the word buff. I like to use that word modifier.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll use that. So two positive modifiers and two negative modifiers, right? Uh, so, and it looks like, at least on my server, I don't know if this applies to everyone's server, it looks like it only applies to the 1-star territories so far. And I think that's why they seem to call these tier 1. Now, does that mean that it will eventually hit the 2-star and the 3-star and even the 4-star and be much higher values? I mean, that would be my assumption without knowing anything about it, right?
Yes.
I mean, that would be the next logical assumption, and that as you progress in the star level, presumably the level above. So if it's 50% negative mining now, like in the 2-star, maybe it's going to be 100 or 1,000, and then the 3-star, maybe it's going to be 5,000.
Oh
I don't know.
God. Can you
That would
imagine?
be the logical thing to assume, right?
Yes.
You know, I'm kind of mixed on it.
Okay.
From a mathematical perspective, at least what we've seen in the 1-star, are so low that they're only really going to affect fairly low level players. As
Mhm.
Quasel was mentioning earlier, something like a 50% mining speed change, positive or negative, is
Yeah.
going to make virtually no difference to a G6 or a G7 player, right? Unless it was 50% actual effective mining speed, which I seriously doubt it would be, right? So for, as was mentioned earlier, I'm not an expert on lower level players, but as was mentioned, probably have more modifying thing. But if they did go to the 2-star and the 3-star and the 4-star, and all of a sudden start adding, much, much,
Yeah.
much bigger numbers, then yeah, I think it would be an interesting thing. But my concern always is, honestly, when it comes to
Yeah.
this game doesn't always work very well randomness, right? We've seen many kind of issues
Yeah.
come from that, and but it does mix things up a bit, in the fact that, okay, maybe you took this great territory because you saw these great services and you had this epic victory, but now you get hit with this crazy debuff that you don't really want, so that territory becomes less desirable, right? At
Yeah.
least for the time being, and then you gotta, so I know Scopely has often tried to add some manner of dynamic environment to the game,
Yes.
uh, but like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic in the sense that we haven't seen something like that be successful in the game up to this point. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this won't be successful, but uh, I do like the aspect that it gives some positive and some negative modifiers. I think to a certain degree, though, it does take away some aspect of the strategy, right? Because as a
Mm.
numbers guy, right,
Yeah. Yeah.
I often want to be able to calculate, oh, okay, does this make sense to do? Does that make sense to do? This is going to give you this. This is going to give you that. So, the random nature of it, I could be oh, I want to take this territory because we're very, PvP, and we have a lot of vengeances, so we need PvE interceptor stuff, right? Uh, you know, Now I don't have that option, right? In to a certain degree, because it's going to randomly, maybe it's going to give me the negative PvP interceptor one, right? And it's going to be the wrong one that I don't want, and now I'm going to have to think about moving. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm a little bit on the fence on it because from a pure math perspective, the ones we've seen so far have very minimal effect. if any, both positive and negative.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and second is that, it takes away our ability to really plan and calculate based on what we know is going to be there. So, like I said, I'm on the fence on it. I'm willing to see how it plays out over time,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not
No, it's
super excited about it right now.
no, and also, I doubt we'll get any more. Well, maybe we will do. 20 days just seems like a very long time. Imagine you strategize and
does.
you finally got the 4-star territory. You battled your way through this territory. You got there, and then the 4-star territory's got like minus 2,000% damage, and you're like, oh, after all that, we get it at the month where it's terrible. Panda Pirate has a terrible suggestion. Okay, it's not a terrible suggestion. No suggestions are terrible. But I'd like to hear the reaction of some of the people here. He says Galactic Anomalies would be even more epic if they included G6 hazards. No, Panda.
Oh my god.
No, bad idea.
That's a bad panda. That's a bad panda.
That's a very bad panda. And Panda's like, no one loves me. Everyone hates me.
Yeah. It reminds me of a living and breathing galaxy.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine today called it like the weather in the universe, or like
yeah, exactly.
I kind of like the idea. I mean, we will see how the execution comes of it, and yes, I have seen a little bit more of it. So yeah, there are ideas they are tinkering with.
Oh, great.
Nothing is set in stone, but I think it's a neat attempt to give you this little changing things. Of course, it will be boring because when we get used to it, it's maybe there will be patterns to it or whatever. But I like the attempt and the idea.
Yeah, exactly. I like the attempt and the idea. One of the things that scares me, though, is the ability to add, loads of positive, but hardly, like the negative and positive would go away each other. I get if you want to get people to chase something and it's really worthwhile. Like, for example, I'll take Abs, do you mind just muting yourself, please, buddy? One of the things that for me would be quite important to sort of figure out is they don't overbalance it and make it to a situation where, for example, I would take, I don't know, 3,000% mining speed, but then, the protected cargo is really low. It's in the Veil and you've got a chance, but you can mine your daily in 5 minutes, but there's a very good chance someone will take you out, right? If you don't keep your idea on it. Something that dynamic could be interesting, but they've got to be wary of other things. For example, I don't know, drops of things, drops of speed ups. Imagine you're guaranteed to get, I don't know, 15-hour speed ups dropping, for building work on every single hostile in that galaxy. However, you've got minus 2,000% damage, for example. That would be amazing. High risk, high reward, Sugar Fat Man. Exactly that.
Yeah.
That sounds a good idea.
You'd look more like on stuff that has already modifiers in game. So like, ship stats, or think about, I don't know, loot bonus.
Yeah.
And you take more damage in exchange for it. Or, I mean, there's so many combinations they could go for. And maybe that's just for an hour. So you can say, oh, wait, I'm going to grind there because, it's more loot, or lots of options you can go for.
Yeah, let's say you gain, I don't know, 800% loot. In that area. It'd be amazing if it was in the Academy drone system. I'm just throwing it out there, just like a Scopely. If you're listening, 800% loot bonus in the Academy system, I'm in. Like, I don't care if I have to do multiple hull hits. As long as it's high risk, high reward, it's worth it at the end, which I think would be a good idea. But also it leads to many things that you would look forward to on there, which I think really important. But Sniper, do you agree with that? If you had a high risk, high reward, but let's say 800% or 2,000% loot gain, but you're struggling against a hostile a little bit, but I don't know, is that worth it?
Yeah, 100%. I think if instead of random, because again, I have a little bit of concern how well this game could handle true randomness. If it was more Q-like, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna give you this huge boost in mining speed, but I'm going to decrease your protected cargo to almost nothing, like you're saying. Complete complementary risk reward. ratios, I think that would be, that would be good. I think that would be fun and add a new kind of element. Like, hey, it would be like an actual Q's challenge, right? Hey, I'm gonna actually make these hostels like give more loot, but I'm gonna make them harder, or I'm gonna make them, give more loot, but I'm going to make your whole repairs cost more, or whatever it is, right? Like give some positive and negative thing that are complementary, and you kind of, have to choose. Okay, am I going to take this benefit, but then take the risk of like getting popped by somebody, or take the risk of spending more on my repairs, or whatever it is.
Yeah, but if you look at the values in game, it doesn't seem to me the combination is random, because I see the same combination. I just see different combination in different systems.
Okay.
So I think, as far as I have understood it so far and seen, it's more like where you get what might be somewhat random, but the combination of the buffs seems quite selected and not random.
Yeah, like for example, sorry, Apex Barrier PvE gain 15k, mining rate loss is 50%, battleship PvP loss 50% versus players, not stations. Critical damage PvP gain is 300%. So in other words, if you went for trying to take the mining people, the player ships will only have Apex Barrier against that, which means if you had a hostile system, your Apex Barrier is high, but people could steal your loot, right? Or something like that. So that sort of thing. Yes, go ahead, Shockwave. I thought you were saying something.
Yeah. What about, and just thinking outside the box here, we know that a lot of the buffs that are based in the game are based off of base values.
Yes.
What if some of these galactic anomalies worked off of multiplicative?
Yes.
So 2,000% of your current stats instead of just multiplied by base. That would be a really cool anomaly, and something that I think could present real benefit for a real challenge. So take all your benefits and then, multiply it by a factor of 2,000 based off of what your current stats are. And like I said, it would just be something fun that they could play around with, which sounds like what they're shooting for with the galactic anomalies in the first place. So I think that would be a cool kind of thing that they could test out and say, hey, let's try a round or two just based off of, a player's current stats. I think that would be a wonderful way to start.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, Sugar Fat Man's come up with an extreme one, which is 3,000% loot gain, but everything has a 90% chance to kill you, one hit kill you. I'm like, come on, that's a little bit ridiculous, but I get the idea. But Galileo brings up a very good point, right? Galileo says, let's not forget how hard it is for alliances to earn Isogenite to activate services at the moment. Any debuff will seriously hurt a lot of people at the time when the game can't afford to lose more players. Absolutely agree. They've just got to be careful. This sounds like they're just initiating them for 20 days here, and they're not adding any more. I mean, who knows? But I think they've got to be fair. Jberg31. Oh, Jberg, you're following? I didn't realize you unfollowed, which is absolutely amazing. Sugar Fat Man followed as well. It's very important for them to be very careful what they do here, because that 20 days seems like a long time, especially when you fought for these territories, and now people are just gaining advantages at the wrong time, which is absolutely not what we are looking for. They've got to be careful for. Also, with these galactic anomalies, I just think they need to allow people to get into the loop and get the Isogenite. I completely agree with you there, Galileo, that, people need to get the Isogenite first. Let them enjoy that aspect of the game at the beginning, then start introducing these new things. And I think they've gone too big. Well, not too big. I mean, none of the buffs are insane. Too big, too early, straight away. Canadonian says they just need to change the 4-star location monthly. That will lead to teams to chase it if they want it. Ooh, interesting. Never thought of that. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But that would require some serious coding. Imagine if it's right at the bottom, or you probably can't put it on this side, or right up there somewhere. Probably can't put it there because you're a bit stuck with a few things. But it is an interesting fact.
There are options.
Yeah, exactly.
And the good news for Mufasa, I wanted to say for Shockwave.
Yeah.
Mufasa just sent me screenshots.
Yeah.
One of the buffs is indeed based on base, or like Scopely calls them, they have the option for scalar buffs.
Yeah.
So that's like everything is calculated, and then there's a new base. We have that with two researchers, this Crow critical chance and the true critical hit damage.
Yeah.
And they seem to have done it with the minus 50% damage in systems as well. Because if you look at the numbers,
yeah,
one time
it's on
seems
screen.
to be an explorer attacking, and the other one, it's not an explorer. And yeah, I mean, that's half the damage.
Absolutely.
So within the system and not within the system. So
wow. So that is spot on.
That's
50%.
really half the damage.
Exactly half
So they
the damage.
took it 50. So it's 50% of total value then.
Yes, it says color buff, like as have to build a new base.
So right,
that's significant.
Oh, that's interesting. Let me see if I can find a 50% one in the game. And shall we do a test as well live? Thank you, Mufasa, for sending those. I think those are absolutely superb. Let me switch to the game and let's give it a go. Right. So I'll go overpowering for no reason because I think it's fun to do it that way. Let me see. So which buff we want to look for? There's one here. What does it do? 50% mining rate, explorer PvP, critical damage gain. No, that's not the one that I want. Do I have anything in game which does it? How about here? They have mining rate, protect cargo loss, explosion danger. I don't think I've got any of the buffs that I can kill hostiles in. Nope, none of that ones. And I'm not going to be able to do it in anyone else's because you can't kill hostiles if you don't own the territory.
Yep.
So that's quite interesting with that one. Okay, thank you, Mufasa, for doing that. It shows like it's 50% of total, which means now we're looking at maths in a different way, Sniper, aren't we? And we've got to be critical. But for someone like you, Netniv, at your level, you're at the 68-ish, 69-ish range at the moment?
67, almost 68, yeah.
Yeah, 67, 68. How do these affect you when there's a genuine 50% damage change?
Like it could be interesting. It could be interesting. I mean, it depends on which hostiles we're having to deal with. Like, if you're talking about Orions, I would probably not even get my Orions done, you know, for the Vija stuff. If you're talking about, say, for example, freebooters or just average hostiles, 50% is probably not really going to make much of a difference because you've already got powerful ships. But it really depends on what you're going for. Like outposts, you know, losing 50% of your power for an outpost, that's going to be something.
Yeah, that's impressive. And it sounds like the percentage would be interesting. It'd be good to try a critical damage sort of confirmed. Humble says confirmed. 50% mining is minus 50% mining is additive. So very, very important. It's hard for that system, not the open galaxy. True. That's the problem. It's that, and the thing is, I don't think they'll change it for 20 days. I think 20 days is too long. I think it'd make it more exciting if they made it, you know, maybe weekly or every 4 days, just to allow people to either enjoy the buff or not. And that would be something they could look into. But I'm sure this is just the beginning of what they want to do, of a living, breathing galaxy. It's what they said, right? They wanted a living, breathing galaxy, Shockwave. It's a living, breathing galaxy.
That's right.
Yeah, which is coming
well,
through.
this is what they wanted to do.
And they're...
yeah.
Go, sorry.
Yeah, no, go.
Oh, no, their first attempt didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
This attempt looks promising. They just need to refine. They just need to work on some of the numbers, like we've all said. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but the length needs to be looked at because it's right now. It's you know the debuffs, not the anti. The debuffs are substantially inhibitive versus substantially beneficial.
Yes.
And the beneficial ones are the reverse. So, you don't want to hinder somebody for 20 days just because of where they are on the territory map. So what you want to do is present someone a short-term challenge to try to overcome, or give someone a short-term benefit that they can work on and work with and use it to their benefit for that time. So right now they just have to work on that length of time. As well as the price of the services that are in those TCs. So I think once they find that sweet spot,
yes,
like Sniper said, and like Quasel said, I think this definitely has potential. It's a new thing. It's definitely a better way to look at a breathing galaxy than Flashpoints ever was.
Yeah.
So I think that they're onto something. They just at this point they need to listen to player feedback, and the player feedback right now is telling them an identifiable opportunity to really refine this and make it more viable is to shorten the days of those anomalies. I think if they look at that, then we can reconvene here in a couple weeks and have this discussion and see how we like it after that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Humble C, for example, Humble C just checked. He got 1.21 million an hour without the debuff and 1.186 million an hour with the debuff.
Yeah, see.
So those are...
And the big debuff, don't get it mixed up, that's a PvP thing. So that's interesting for takeovers. And I kind of like that. So, you have brought your Explorer?
Yeah.
Not a good choice in this system. That stuff I like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, who brings an Explorer to a fight is a different thing. But yeah, that's the other one. You know what I mean? Like, we don't do that. Do you know?
I would go so far as to say probably a week's long enough. You know, rotate things around after a week.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it gives you long enough to be an issue. You know, because you do want it to be, you know, for a debuff thing, you do want it to be a problem, but not for forever. You know, a month's worth of problem is a long time. A week, you know, okay, you might miss a few days, but then you still get hit by it, but you still deal with it. You know, you still have to learn to deal with it, but you know that it's going to be ending soon. So it's not something that's going to sit there and taunt you forever and a day. It's something that you could, okay, right, I just got to get through the next week.
Yeah, exactly. Abs, you've got some thoughts regarding all of this. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is something that's just rolled out.
Yes.
Brand new. Let's experiment with it. Let's play with it. We have not determined exactly what their intentions are for this. Are they wanting us to go, hey, this really isn't working out as good for us as we thought it was? Maybe that other 1-star territory over there that doesn't have this.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go for that.
Yeah.
Or this other one that has a buff. Ooh, I'd like to have that. I'm going to go and try for that. And in that, then you do need these longer times.
Yeah.
So
yeah, which is
if we're going,
yeah,
if we were to go with shorter times, I'd say we'd need to have more impactful changes.
Oh, I see. So really big buffs with really big gains at shorter periods of time, which could be great. But also, can you imagine if someone spent a week away and they're like, oh my God, I can do my dailies today. I'm going to go into my, oh my God, there's a 2,000% minus, minus 2,000% damage and I can't do anything for a period. I think this is a good balance to slowly introduce them. And we'll see how they go. The length of time, does that mean in 20 days and 8 hours that they're going to, move to the T2s and then so on and so forth in 20 days and we'll move to the T3s, which means it'll do the 90 days. Yeah.
Mentioned in chat that they grow over time. So we don't know what's going to happen next week. Maybe more systems are affected. And the week after it, even more systems are affected. And then think about like weather, that's a storm that's passing, another one comes, and maybe the next iteration, then it's just for a few minutes or a few hours. There's so many options they can go with it. And some of them might have been already thought about.
Yeah.
Just let us get surprised. And I'll take the feedback back that people it feels to me say for the first iteration it feels too long. But let's rest a little bit, see how the rest of the month plays out.
But as the patch note said, sorry, Crocus Maximus, I was just playing stupid Nigel just to ask questions. I do apologize. But basically, the patch notes say that they're going to expand and they're going to become, maybe bigger or more or so on and so forth. And that is really important. I am Floyd Davino. I was playing, hey, silly Nigel asking for silly questions, which is exactly what I do, just to make sure that people understand every aspect of it and, no one feels, that any question is a stupid question because every question is very important. But that is good to see and good to be important about. I'm just going to reset my minor and geode. And I'm going to swear at Abs if there's no geode. I'm going to swear at Abs if there's no geode. I'm going to swear at Abs if there's no geodes. Abs! Damn you!
You didn't get the geode buff, did you? The prime.
I don't. You know what Abs has been doing? He's been sending me pictures of the geodes that reset in his territory all the time. What a lovely human being. Yes, exactly what he's been doing, which is really annoying. I want geodes! Geode nodes, that definitely, they need to look at the reset times of those or add them to hostiles or something, just so we can get more and more of those things. The thing that I'd love to move into, which is where, geodes is one, Sniper. We can do geodes moving into research, moving into Sigma research is one that I want to aim for before we go into Quasel's researches as well that he helps out in there. Crocus Maximus, in 20 days, the ones this week won't have it, while the ones that don't have it will now have it. I see. Exactly. Yes, exactly, Crocus Maximus. I think that's a good thing. People need to be aware about the research as well. You can do a lot. These galactic anomalies, we'll keep looking at them every week. We'll see how the changes grow and get through. And then people have been talking about the pips are back. Let's give Scopely credit. The pips are back.
Look closer. It's weird. You have pips in places where they shouldn't be and no pips where they should be. It's still a mess.
Do you know what? You're a pip. How about that? How about that for a response? You're a pip.
Yeah.
Do you realize that PIP stands for pretty important person?
What? Okay, you're not a pip. You'll never be a pip in your life. I refuse to accept calling you a pip ever again. Anti-pip.
Don't tell him that, then he'll want to be on 20 more STFC streams.
Oh, God. Yeah, exactly. It'd be that. No, but Quasel, the most important one is here, and Sniper is very good at this. There's a Sigma resources, right? So everyone, when you're G7, and we'll work our way across to everyone else. When you're G7, if you're under G7, do not go at the bottom. Because if you do...
or do it carefully if you make a conscious decision. Because the second part ends in the aphelion research, and that's ops locked. So if you choose that path, you can't unlock any other after it. So either do all the paths you need beforehand, or say you don't want those because the token is locked behind the 71 research. We have raised the issue, so it's brought to their attention. Will it change? I don't know. Will people be there soon? Most likely not, because it's a lot of researchers and they start like every Tiger arc is slow. Just be aware of it, especially if you spend on it. There is maybe a blocker for you.
Yeah, 100%. So let's Fomertron says, is the Aphelion a good one for G7? Yes, absolutely. It starts at 50%, but then it only gets interesting at about the 500% mark. But the reason the G7 players will go for the bottom rung, right, and it's very important for people to go on for the bottom rung, is this. Sigma resource efficiency on all ships, Sniper, and it starts at a whopping 30%, taking you to an unbelievable 300%. Sniper, how much is 30% going to take off my ship? Please tell me. It's in the millions. It is?
It is practically nothing.
Oh. What do you mean? Like thousands? Hundreds of thousands? Just
No, not anywhere close. So just to give you a idea for me as a G7 player, which you're probably, around the same amount, our current Sigma cost reduction is nearly 5,000%.
Oh, what we have.
This does not increase it by 30%. This just adds 30 to that 5,000%.
Which means?
Which means that functionally, so for me, let's say, like to upgrade to the next tier of my G7 Uncommon, I need about 125 million Sigma.
Oh my God.
Right? And so the 30% gives me functionally like 200k savings.
Yeah. So 0.59% ish.
Yeah. Extremely low. So to give you a idea, right? So there's two Sigmas. The one you're just showing, the 30%, which is the non-Vanguard one, right?
Yeah.
That goes up to 160%. then you got the Vanguard one that goes up 300%.
No, no.
right?
So the Sigma
in co-
resources goes to 300, the normal one, 300% at level 10, and then the Vanguard one, unless they've gotten this wrong because they've changed a few things around, goes
Oh, did they change it?
700%. So 1,000% altogether of Sigma reduction.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, 1,000% is somewhat decent, from the perspective. But let me take a look at something.
Yeah, because Nutella. By the way, I do love
I
Nutella.
I think they updated those numbers from last time I looked at them.
Yeah, because Nutella says reduce my upgrade cost from 103 to 98 million Sigma Trit. And Nutella, is that 300%? Let me have a look. Anything there? Thank you for 25 stream streak, Lady Command, and 7 stream streaks, Relentless. Thank you very much. Yeah, Scopely can give another 5,000% to G7. It won't matter much because diminishing returns in true Trit. Exactly. Wicked's 3 stream streak. So that one is, and that's why people are chasing the bottom rung, right? Because they want to get to their Felion and stuff. If you are not a G7 player, you shouldn't chase that. But yes, it looks like the numbers have changed a little bit. Sniper.
Okay. I'm gonna try and rerun the numbers, but like the numbers that how they were previously.
Yeah.
The total percentage, like the actual total reduction, if you got both at max, would be around 7%. 7% actual reduction.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So I'm gonna look at these new numbers real quick.
Wow. So Nutella says 103 to 98 million on the first research, and then 98 million down to 83 million Sigma Trit by the second research, Vanguard Sigma. Nutella, that is fantastic. That is absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
That is quite a drop. So there's 300% here with the ship resources, and on the Vanguard is 700% altogether, which are that's why people are chasing the top row of this one, just to see where they can get to, which I think is quite important there. Yeah, that's some good numbers there.
Yeah.
Sniper.
Did they silently update those numbers?
Well, they changed
I think the Vanguard. No, the Vanguard stuff always was in that area.
Yeah.
All the Vanguard researches are extremely good. And that makes sense if you look at the very low sourcing of 40 for now.
Yes.
Ish.
Which is hardly anything.
Per 6 days. Per 6 days, because the Armada chest has 6 days cooldown.
Yes.
So the sourcing is absolutely low.
But
yeah.
So yeah, go on.
So the numbers I just came with, let me see. So with that, we're talking about a actual cost reduction between 16 and 17%.
Oh, which is
so like which is pretty decent, which means in my case I would save over 20 million Sigma Trit if I had all those research.
Wow.
For the 1 tier upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. So in about 4 years' time, when you unlock both, that will be really really useful.
Exactly.
That time.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
But by the time I would unlock them, I could have gained through events and stuff that same 20 million Sigma.
Exactly, that's true. But a great question from Formatron, who says maybe the numbers help more for G6 players. G6 players do that. I don't know if you have the numbers, Quazel, if I ever switch to your sheet. But at 300% Sigma resources for G6 and things like that, that would be kind of impressive.
I would need to check with a G6 account because we have some research that's in G7, not much.
Yeah.
So Sigma titanium efficiency, I think, shouldn't be far off.
Yeah,
but we have some, so it's.
But basically, would you recommend? So we're looking at the bottom tier. That is definitely a G7. You go for it and attack it early, or what would you say to a G6 player? Would you go for it and attack this early, or a G5? The bottom rung.
I mean, even for G6, it can be interesting to attack it early. My first pick would normally be the middle row for more loot and bonuses, stuff like Armada loot, and so that's easier. And I know Jules is working on a presentation to showcase different paths through the research tree because we changed numbers and there's even now an imported sheet where you can see all the ops logs and play around with it for yourself.
Yeah.
We have added that to the sheet. So
have you got a sheet up? Let's have a look. Yeah. There you go.
So for people, I'll copy the link so people can take a look as well.
Yeah.
Because
That's
we've
amazing.
added all the researches and the ops logs to it, and a little bit of design already has happened, so you can take a look. Okay, because the interesting part is a lot of research can already be done at 61 if you would have the materials, that is. And you can kind of then look at which of the prisms it takes, because it's like the middle and the top row are kind of this take only one, and the bottom row is a little bit of mixed bags. But we will have more data on that, I hope, soon when the deeper analysis is done. But you can see it's like very mixed, and you can spend on various areas. And if you look at the summaries, it's like you need kind of the same amount-ish from all of them over time.
Yes.
If you do all the researches. So it's going to be interesting to see, okay, which one do we need more for a more PV-focused row or whatever, especially going down to the efficiencies. And for that, I'd always recommend use Boxshot Club because, for example, the building gives you efficiencies on those things.
Yeah, true. I know, and also, sorry, Sniper. Panda brings up a good point. Vanguard locks at up 71 for 300%, and you have to be up 76 to get a better percentage. So, it sounds like that is
Yeah,
yes,
Nigel,
Sniper.
and this is actually now I remember. I apologize, but I didn't remember before. But now I remember why I said the numbers changed. It wasn't actually numbers changed. I calculated based on what the maximum I can get at my ops level. that was the reason. I can't get all the way to level 10 at my ops level, even though I'm ops 74.
Yes.
Because they are locked out to like ops 76 plus. So at my ops level, it is only 160 because you can only get to level 8 on the first one. So it is 160, and on the Vanguard one, it is only 300 because that's the highest I can get to, and probably the vast majority of our listeners would be able to get to. As of today with the ops log. So that's where my numbers were coming from. So you're right. It wasn't that they changed the numbers actually. It's that I just ignored those because there's like 10 players in the game that could get that level.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just what's really interesting about this, and I want to kind of showcase it a little bit, is Quasel, like I'm looking in game now, right? I know the cell key mining is here, which is really annoying. But wouldn't this be the middle row, the most efficient way to go in? Because you go in with your loot, you gain more loot in PvE, you gain more loot in TC chest, right? So you increase your loot by however many percentage. There's 10 levels to this, which gets you up to 100%, probably ops locked in some way. Another set that gets you another 100% there. And then you get the Armada loot up, and then you become more efficient here. And yes, you have to work your way through to when do you get the next token, which is the blue one, which is a Peacekeeper's frame. Is it here? Where you get the ops level? There it is. So you get to isolated Armada damage, which is here in the middle row. Once you get to here, you can then saying, I've got more efficiency in getting all the loot that I want. I work my way up or down depending which way I want to go. Do you want more Apex Shred or do you go PvP and then attack this one? And then you can get to your repair parts. The only problem with going down here is the Aphelion. That's why it's got blue barrier. So the blue means that there is a token, right? Or you get a frame, which
you get one or it costs one. It goes both ways.
Yeah, so you get one or two plus one. So that's where you stop here. Up here, you can get to Armada Isolatic Damage, get your token, have more efficiency with loot, work your way down, go to this, knowing you'll be stuck here unless you have the Op 71 onwards, because these are locked down here, aren't they, Quasel? And that's the thing that you want to get to. It's very important to realize the bottom rung is locked at Ops levels, and people can't get any further than that. And then you start working to your G7 stuff before you get to the end. So maybe it's efficient.
The nice one.
Yeah.
The nice one on the whole tree is there is no need to upgrade any node you don't want to. So you can go level 1, everything.
I see.
As far as I've checked, I didn't found anything that requires you to go to level 2 of one of those researches.
I see.
So if you say, okay, wait, I want this one and this one and this one, unlock your trees and work on the stuff you want to. I think I'm personally most likely will be going after the Armada loot bonus, because, you know, a little bit more grinding to get my loot works as well. So I really don't need those other loot bonuses for my style of gameplay.
Okay.
And of course, the first thing in the tree is anyway trying to upgrade your refineries, because those then pay out more stuff. So don't forget that's even before you choose a path. So there's lots of choices how to progress through all of it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Selkie mining, but McShiz brings up a good point. Isn't it funny they put Selkie mining, but not 68 survey mining, where they've been trying to push FKRs, which makes sense. But yes, that seems like the better route. You go down, you go in the middle. So if we can give advice to every single player with any ops level in the game, it's basically the advice is go through the middle. If you're the efficient style, go through the middle first, work your way all the way through to Armada loot, and all the way to when you unlock your next token, Armada isolating damage, which I think is very good, even at 5%. Then you make a big decision. Do you go up and go towards the PvE side, or go down low, knowing that a lot of this you won't use, but you're going towards protected cargo, the FKR protected cargo, to repair costs, to get yourself to the rare ship parts efficiency, to the Sigma sources ship efficiency, and eventually to your affiliate mining, where you unlock your next set of nodes and you finish off with that one? Or do you go up with the PvE style that eventually goes into PvP isolatic, so that means you don't just get PvE all the way, and then hit the G6 station defense, which I think would be quite good to get. PvP mitigation helps you save you in station defense. Why not? You know, more station defense is actually quite effective. Then you go down. It sounds like the middle route, you know, efficiently is the best way to do it, right? So that would be the thing to sort of do. What are your thoughts, Quasel? On your little presentation and sheet as well. Let's go back to your sheet that you have here. And those the researches. What would be your advice to people after looking through all these researches?
Yeah, like you already summed it up quite well. I'd go for I'd look at upgrading the refineries, because that's, you know, your income source, and then work on the researches you're finding the most interest in. Like Armada loot is one of the good ones, and then maybe you want the efficiencies or the mining speeds or a little bit of damage. Depends on the account, and especially how much stuff have you gotten, because currently the income is going to be very slow. You need the building up, because the building gives you efficiencies, and the building gives you even more income and long term, and then it will start to roll. You will see in 3 to 6 months, I bet we will say, oh, I can do this and that, a little bit like Mirror Universe, and the premium Mirror does 3.
Yes, exactly, and it will be good research. But it sounds like if the advice is for everybody, would be that way. Ghost Pepper, being our aficionado of the mid ops, because Mufasa refuses to jump on stage because Ghost Pepper is here. Do you agree that are you a player that goes more for efficiency first on your researches before you move up and down to PvP, or which is the route you would take now you know all the advice? And Ghost Pepper is asleep. She's sleeping again and typing. She's typing. Oh,
I'm not sleeping. I was saying I always go for efficiency first, regardless. Once I have the efficiencies done, then I hone in.
Exactly. So you the advice for you to go through the middle sort of part of that tree, work your way through. So let's show people in the game again. So even for a G5 player, this is the route to go. It helps you with the Selkie mining as well, which is not bad to sort of get a little bit of that bad boy. Work your way through the efficiency base, get more loot, so you get more loot per thing. So when you whale tail, you know, Simon says, you get yourself to the point where you get yourself to this part, and then eventually you won't go down PvP. I reckon you'll go up there to the PvE section and then work your way back down again, which I think would be cool. Does that sound about right for you and the advice that you would take and give your Alliance teammates? She can't do that, Nigel, because it's ops locked. Okay. Help me, Quasel. Where is it ops locked? In the middle tier.
Those trees are locked because that's 61 plus. She can do the building upgrades, so like the first part of it.
This one? Yeah.
And other researchers. But for a lot of stuff, she needs, let me open it, research tree, because on top we have the section.
Yeah.
Like until you're 60, it's not much of the research you can do. So she needs first to get to 60 to start working on the research.
Okay, cool. So in 5 years' time, we will redo an interview
Oh
here again.
my goodness.
Where we'll be sat here and then Shockwave will ask you the question saying, "What ops level are you, Ghost Pepper?" And she'd be like, "I'm on 59." And then he'll be like,
I would do that. I would
more
do that.
credit than I was going to give her. I was going to say 53.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Wow.
so that'd be amazing.
See.
But it shows there. So, what would be the advice?
I would say this, Nigel, too. I would say Ghost Pepper, as much as we like to give her a hard way because, you know, she's Ghost Pepper, I would say this, too, that her overall answer should be the same for all ops lops, because if you focus on efficiency first, and I know a lot of people want to go for the shiny new toy when they ops up and they can get a new ship and oh gosh, what's this do? Oh gosh, what's that do? Oh my gosh, oh hey, I can do this now. I can do this. I would say slow down just for another month or so and work on your efficiencies, because I've literally been able to take, to upgrade 3 or 4 more other buildings or ships at a time because I focused more on efficiencies first. So if you focus on efficiencies, by definition, that gives you more materials to play with, which takes your dollar further, your in-game currency dollar. It takes it further so that you can upgrade more. So I think going the more efficient route is the better way to go anyways, because it can literally stretch your resources further and further. And some of these are pretty good. Like when you first bust in G7, if you're belting out 300% G7 uncommons, I shared a screenshot after I unlocked some of that V'ger particle research. Literally, you're talking about over 5,000 units in some cases that you're saving.
Yes,
which is incredible.
You
take 5,000 units per building, per research, per whatever. That's several other buildings that you can upgrade, assuming you have the par steel, the trit to do it. So efficiency is definitely one of the things that you want to be focusing on, no matter what level you are, because every little bit adds up.
Yeah.
Every little bit can stretch. You can push someplace else.
Yeah, absolutely agree. So, Ghost Pepper, until you get to 61, because the building's locked under up 61, that is the maximum you can get to, which is a few of these researches here, which help with a bit of mining speed and ISO emulsion change, the cost efficiency, which is really good over here, and the particles cost efficiency, which will help you speed up through a lot of this tree. And I think those 3 are there. Until you get to up 61, then you get stuck. The reason I know it'll be up 61, this seems like you can move a little bit faster, but this one starts using Sigma dilithium, which I believe will be 61 plus, and that'll be there, and that is very important to do so. MJ Hat, you are...
Nigel?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Sniper.
Oh, sorry, just real quick. Can we talk about, and I don't know how much information we have about it, so apologize if I'm throwing a curveball live, but can we talk about this continuum consulate required node here?
Yes.
If you look right after the geode, I am trying to wrap my head around this.
Oh, yeah, dude. Everyone's
I don't get it, why it exists, since they already have capability of requiring building or building at a certain level or whatever, and they could have just made all those depend on a level 1 building. I don't understand why this exists, and further, I don't understand why it actually costs a bunch of resources to actually do it when, as far as I could tell, the node does nothing.
No, well, I mean, Tiberius brings up a good point. It does nothing except serve as an ops lock roadblock. Quasel does it increase?
Yeah, but they can do that already.
Do they not? If I read this right, you build the building to unlock this node. As well as unlocking this node, you get the Quantum, Geode, and Armada refineries gain 1% of stuff.
Well, the 1% is just their way of displaying kind of you're enabled with them, because all of those researchers have always values if you look at them. The same is the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star upgrade researchers. They have percentages as well. They have nothing to do with the value changes in the bundles. This node is just there to make sure that you need first the building, and that unlocks kind of. It's weird. It's I don't get it either, but because I think if they even changed it, because I think I've gotten the refineries without the node. I think that's a leftover. But in the end, does it matter? They could have redistributed the costs to another node that blocks you with the same result. Yes, it's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, it is.
I'll give you that.
It's
a little bit more than awkward.
Tiberius explains it beautifully. He says nobody understands why it costs what it does. No one knows. Yeah, literally, it's just there for whatever reason. So
to be fair, you can also say that about DC services too. No one knows why they cost that much.
Oh my God, we will go through DC services definitely. That is a discussion and a half to go through. But a lot of them just cost an absolute fortune for no reason. And I thought with the patch notes that's something that same reason it's green. Exactly. The reason is called hashtag Scopely, Jberg. Thank you very much. But yeah, that just seems like a very, and that's a lot of resources. That's not a little bit. That's quite a lot.
I mean, that's quite the same as most of other stuff. If you look at the 3-star from the beginning, that's 6K, 7K. It's all of it is quite expensive, but the building makes it cheaper.
Yeah, and the building. Okay, I see that the building makes all of this cheaper, which is why you'd upgrade the building a little bit. Okay, fair enough. That's a really important thing. But once you get to 61 plus, like so, G5s. I'm really sorry. You guys have quite a lot to do in TC anyway. I think you balance an alliance really well. G6s, we hit you, and then NetNiv saying, it's comparable and effective. I'd love to hear from an upper G6 player. So MJ Hat, your thoughts on all of this as an Op 70, or are you 71 yet?
I am not 71 yet, and from the outside looking in, because again, even though I'm able to mine and I have the building and yada 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 yada, it still seems like it's such a long path. So I'm curious to see what changes are going to be made down the road, if any. The bigger question I have, I guess, don't start that shiz. Don't start that shiz. The bigger question I have is exactly how long is it going to take for me to source everything that I need to get ahead? So, like, without the spending aspect, that's the question for me.
Yeah, and that I think is the most important thing to sort of figure out and see which would be the spending aspect. And you just got to slow roll this. I don't think people should ever rush this ever. I think people should take their time and work their way through. I do think that if you are in G5 or in the mid-ops range, you should focus on just helping your alliance and doing the things that you need to do to make that happen, rather than doing anything else with regards to this. So what building? Welsh Warlock. So the building we're talking about is a consulate building, which is as you go into here. And there's my ad. Thank you very much. As you go here, that's the building you'd build. The consulate. That's the building, which is what you need to speed up all this stuff. As you can see from the details, it gives you some extraction, some base refinery access, and so on and so forth. And that's really important to sort of see, and sort of be aware of. It gives you access to, and so on and so forth. That's the building we were talking about. I don't know why. Oh my God, my game's dying. Look at that. That is the most important thing. I'll switch to you, Quasel, while I restart all my stuff. So that's the consulate overview. What does it do when you get it, Quasel? That would be a good segue to this, and then we'll go to territory services.
So you have kind of the base construction speed. Yeah, most people won't notice a lot of that. Then you have capture node points. So you might score more points in takeover. Somebody has an open mic.
Hello, just mute yourself, please. Thank you. Yeah, let's go.
So you have the capture points. Then, based on the building, and that's one of the key things that gives you more income, is the refinery. So starting with level 30, you can see that it goes up every 5 levels ish after that. And there's an error in it. See, to fixing it live.
Oh yeah, marvelous. Thanks.
I think that should be like that, because the end goal is level 13.
Yes.
And then you have G6 plus takeover apex barrier. That's meh. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's nice numbers, but it's just for takeovers. Then we have quicker mining. That gets interesting, but don't forget, once you're in the G6 ranges, you most likely have a ship that has a decent mining rate. So yeah, that doubles maybe your speed ish, depending on ship. Same for the node extraction. That's already quite fast. So it's, yeah. And helpful is the research cost efficiency for isogenite.
Yeah.
Because you need over 6 million of that stuff. And that's gonna take a while to get. So if the building is higher, it lasts you longer. And to put it in context, like from the building, you can see the refinery.
Yeah.
You can see around 500, starting with level 3, and then it goes further up step by step. So the higher the building, the quicker you can do the research. So it's like and it's long lasting. Don't get me wrong, it's a tiger arc, and we've all seen that the tiger arcs unfold over time, and step by step your income gets better because you have now 500 from the building, and then down the road your refinery will go up, and then you have maybe 100 and something from the 1-star refinery, and then another 100 and something from the 2-star refinery, and then another where's that one, 300. So you're over 1,000 already. Some in the middle of it, and then it looks less daunting if you can do a research every 3 or 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of research, but I think it's not totally unreasonable. Maybe, I mean, we need to do the full math, but that's hard to do because, efficiencies and this and that, lots of factors and gameplays and ops ranges. But yeah, it's gonna last a while. And I think that's a thing we have seen lately. Like G7 has slowed us down. Think about it. We are now over half a year in. We are almost a year in G7, and the majority is still not beyond 72.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the intent to keep the content longer active.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, Emerald Archer says, how to upgrade the building without loads of money. I'm like, well, I wouldn't push the money aspect of the building. The building just opening is a start for you. It's about going through the refinery is what makes huge differences with regards to the building. So, and that is really important. But yes, Quasel, as we move on, sorry, Shockwave, you're leaking again, buddy.
Oh, I was asking if I could throw something in there.
Yeah, go on, dive in.
As somebody who does purchase a lot, to answer Emerald's question, as someone who does purchase a lot, we did the showcase, when I had supreme technical difficulties, myself, Nigel, and Quasar, shut up. With the three of us did, triple team the first day of this, and I'll be 100% honest. I'm quick to point out a good deal. I've done it on this very stage. There's nothing in this building that you need to buy. Don't worry about it. Just level it up over time. I put one upgrade pack into it. Everybody saw it. That's all you need to put into this. You don't even need to do that. Just take time with this building. Slow roll it. There's nothing major that you need out of it. So that's just a message I want to convey to everybody, because if that person is thinking that, then everybody's thinking that, not everybody, but a lot of people are. You don't need to purchase this building. You absolutely don't. Slow roll it, and you'll get the benefits over time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if money burns a hole in your pocket, go for it. But just to give you an idea, the first unlock pack and the $100 battle pass, what people might go for, gets you to level 30. And that's already a good starting point, and the rest is work, and I'm not sure it's worth it. But yeah, because you need to do the quantum exchange and the luminous exchange. So you need a territory with rare mining nodes to begin with. We've brought that up, that issue. Or you can do lots of armadas, and all of it is kind of quite locked down. But once again, Tiger Arcs. It might look differently in a month or two. Just remember Mirror Universe.
Yeah, exactly. And then now in the Mirror Universe, we're like, oh my God, we got so much of everything that we don't even, worry or care or do anything about it, which is like that. And that's the thing. I think what we need to do is give the loop a chance to sort of work its way through. And it'll be really, really important to get through it. Then you will get enough resources, which is something that's really, really sort of important to sort of have a look at and see. And that's the thing about Tiger Arcs. And we've always said this, give it a chance to sort of breathe, go through the whole journey and see what happens out of it, and then you can then achieve more. Yep, it just takes time to refine to cycle it through. It's fine. It's Tiger. They always slow start and ease up over time. While August Valkyrie was saying, I've done Hostile to Mining the Armada, still can't refine what's needed to upgrade the building. I know, August, we're all pretty much in the same sort of style. As you can see, the Quasel showing the refinery, how much it gives you. The improved refinery is quite important in the services. But it's just one of those things to sort of look at. Tiger Arcs are always slow burn. Exactly, Tiberius. You're absolutely spot on. And that's something that's really, really important within the game. And that'd be really cool to sort of keep an eye on and see as you progress through. The services are the services. Those are becoming slightly too expensive, I think, Quasel, for what they are. There's a lot of stuff in there that just seems... I mean, have you got a list of services, or do you still need more data? People need to initiate stuff for you. Isn't that right? Basically, for that.
To see the blueprints you're getting and the stuff. Yes, we have started collecting.
Yeah.
So how much it costs and what it does. But the thing is, everything costs isogenite.
Yes.
And not sure I'm a fan of that.
Okay, interesting. So everything costs isogenite. But even the smaller services as well?
Yeah, it looks like it. Even the jellyfish stuff costs. I mean, we need to get all those blueprints because you can see there's a lot of gaps and stuff.
Yeah.
But Excelsior is 150 or 2K.
Yeah, I think it'd be very important to see. So let me look into this. So in other words, let's transfer. Yes, Shockwave.
I was going to say, because we don't have a lot of data, but Nigel, you got some invaluable data yesterday about Vengeance BPs, Vengeance parts, where you're talking 600 every 3 days for the parts, and 6 every week for the BPs. It doesn't amount to much. So, my advice would be, just while you guys are pulling that data, my advice would be to focus on your efficiencies, your FKR ship efficiencies. If you have that service, focus on apex barrier. Focus on added hull. I don't know if some people have seen, but you can get up to 5,000 hull, a hull enhancer on one of these services.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't much right now focus on ship parts and being able to purchase Excelsior or Borg ship parts. That stuff is nice and helpful, but they all have the same cooldown. The 3-day cooldown. They all take, like Quasel said, they all take isogenite. So far not worth it, at least at their current states. But what could be beneficial are the ones that benefit everybody, like the efficiencies and the additional apex barrier, the additional damage, things like that. Those should be the ones that you're looking for, at least right now at these early stages. That's what my advice would be.
Yeah, exactly. Like here we got this, that is ridiculous. I mean, why is it 200,000 reactors for that? Do you know what I mean? So it's not using, that shows you an example of this, not using normal, it uses normal isogenite and not anything else, while you get to these ones which require, serious amount of, yet again, normal materials, but the percentages are still pretty good at 2,000%, but it's the 200K reactors that are really, really huge. And the same thing with the phantom particles that we ran, which are using old school stuff, which is absolutely great. So that's doable and useful for the team. The monobeam parts, everything's gone up like 100k. Nothing is 20k or 40k like it used to be. 100k here for an X01 chip part, and FKR PvP ISO damage enhancers at 300k of isogenite again. Using all old stuff there, Quasel. So that's all 6 of these. I've used old school stuff, which is absolutely amazing. Oh, a raid! Jason V-Neck, how you doing, V-Neck? I didn't even know you were going there. How you doing, Jason V-Neck? Thanks for raiding in, buddy. Welcome in, Jason V-Neck, and your super friends are here. Welcome in. We're talking about territory. If I'm honest, the servers that take legacy materials, I do not have much issue with as the ones that take the new materials of ISO 4 conduit relays. So, as you can see, Tier 1, Tier 2 system starts using as the 6-star. So the G5 Epic use, look at that, the new stuff. That's a lot of the new stuff, the conduit and so on and so forth. The improved FKR ISO damage enhancer is at 200k with using the relays, which are really, really important to see. The Quantum Prism is something you should run every single week. I love this, and the improved one as well to do that. The improved FKR materials, again, using the new stuff. So a 2-star territory, everything uses new stuff, and then you've got nothing else until 90 days' time. And then in the Corva, the 3-star one, again, uses more of the sort of new stuff, as you could see. So 4,500 to just kick this one off. FKR ship ISO defense, but it's the reactors and the emitters, the old stuff you need a lot of to try and keep going all the way through. Advanced stage to play from, the Borg Cube one, which gives you that, and then we can see when the services get activated what else is in there, which are really important to see. And then improved Prism, which we guys can run every week. I know that my alliance, if I ask them to do so, that will be something to be aware of. New materials will end up at the same as the old stuff. You'll end up with millions of it. Week 1, you'll be lacking for it for a while. Absolutely agree, J-Berg. Ascendancy to say to J-Berg. And shout out to Jason V-Neck. Thank you very much for raiding in and having a look. It's very important for people to realize this is a slow burner. Once you get into territory, this will become much easier to get into and be much more important to sort of do that. And Quasel, it sounds like that is the way and the route to territory and how we do those things and how we achieve more. And we did last week as on Sunday discuss and Thursday discuss and talk about all the amazing stuff that you can do to achieve and get those materials, you know, from the refineries to pulling those things, as you understand in very, very broad terms, that you need this is the building in your zone, and thanks to the suggestion by the official CCs that got the upgrade refinery and zone bonus done well, the 1-star isogenite, the 2-star isogenite, the 3-star is all mining. The Armada credits come here. This is where you pull stuff. And when you get to 2 at research is where Sigma unlocks, and it's very, very low. This, you need to kill hostiles in your territory. This, you need to mine geodes. And this, you need to do armadas. So those are the basic aspects of that. Remember, when you go to your territory services, they're all here now. So the territory services are all here. They're not in your store inside your alliances. All your services you initiate come here, and they initiate there. And you can set up your bulk refines for it. Your old isogen is all here. If you haven't locked the meridian, the exchanges is here. So tell your alliance to go here, and what I tell them is conduits, relays, emitters, diodes, not cores, because we have 6 billion of these cores. So and reactors all the way through. Does that sound about right?
Yep, and an important thing to notice is, yes, the costs have gone up, but also the income has increased.
Yes, massively.
The 1-star raw isojet refinery gives you like 20k common alloy per day in addition on a single pull, and that's on level 0, and you're already level 1. That's 30k. So you can see
it's
I
on
don't
screen
think
now, by
anybody
the way,
has run
Quasel.
the math.
Yeah, it's on screen.
I don't think we have run the math, how much more, but I think Joel said it's about double the income. So, and the prices have gone more than up, more, Jesus,
That's
gone
okay.
up more than that. But yeah, it's too early to see the full picture, because how many people are gonna mine? It's a feedback we've put in is also it's kind of quite hard to get to the first chest for everybody below G6. And while I really like that people in G5 see all those chests, like as a teaser, those mining ships are far too slow down there to kind of get to in a reasonable time to the 200K.
Yeah.
So I think there should be a little bit of an adjustment maybe.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hanging the carrot in front of your nose and then don't give you the tools to at least, yeah, sure. Let it take a lot of effort. I get it. But maybe that's a little bit over the top.
Yeah, true. And Megan Rayleigh has a question. Says, any word they're going to remove the refinery tab in the store, even put a link to the send people to refinery? I think that has been brought up. I don't know what solution they have in time, but I'm sure that it will lead to the right path eventually, which I think would be quite important to see.
I hope they just remove it, because it makes no sense keeping it in both places.
Yeah, exactly. It just, that's the only reason that people just get confused. They're like, where's my store? Where's my services? Where's my this, that, and the other? And that would be something that that would be a lot better if they just solved it outright, which makes more sense when it comes to territory. And these are the sheets that we got to so far, Quasel. Is that reaches the end point of where you wanted to get to with everything from your side, Quasel, so far?
Yeah, I think we've covered it pretty well for today. Are there any questions around it?
Yeah, that'd be good if there are questions around anything that you guys are confused about, or anything you want us to show you again, or anything you want to see. You know, I was going to tell you that to get the hostiles and to do the stuff with hostiles and everything like that, you have to go inside your territory. That's the only problem. But as always, territory.lol is the go-to site, isn't it, Quasel? I can see it on screen. Yep. It is wonderful to do that.
Especially as you just talked about costs for planning, how much can you spend?
Yeah.
It can be really helpful to just go in and select the calculator and say, okay, I want to do this or that.
Yeah.
And then you can see for yourself, okay, can we afford that or not?
Well, JF2 Bardo says, Scopely did G4 and G5 dirty with isogenite mining rate. Well, G4 and G5 should be really like focusing on doing the isogen mining, and the isogenite, it will come within time. And also you have plenty of time to get 10 million by the time you get to 61. Unless you're a 59 or a 60, then I would just go to 61 if I were you, to be honest with you. Yeah.
And I'd keep a lookout on those one-star systems. I mean, those are 3.2 million nodes, and not many people have 3.2 million projected cargo. I bet my ass you can find tons of one-star isogenite in your friendly neighborhood territory, and OPC is in most territories not an issue. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. There's the other way to achieve that. Obviously, don't go to war with your alliances, especially if you have an admiral like Ghost Pepper. The war would just happen anyway. So you might be lucky there. Or you're a great diplomat, Ghost. Yes.
It depends on who we're talking to.
I knew the diplomatic answer would come out eventually. I love it.
Yes. No, but to your point, I was actually just typing this out. I said for us mid lower ops, there is some benefit to refining the new isogenite, because our refinery would still give us those new territory parts to help our alliance.
Yeah.
But the problem for us, because we're also level locked in who we can hit for OPC, the ones that we can hit are also going to take like 10 days before they're going to be OPC.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy on our part for that, because I was ready to go hunting. Trust you, me. I was ready. But they're all going just as slow.
They're all just as slow. There are no ops logs. Just go hunting.
Well, our bro won't allow that. Territory is protected in our server.
Well, then tell them go. Will not quote.
I know. But in general, like looking at the other systems where there is the mining and what I could hit, it's harder to find OPC in that range. But I am looking.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's definitely not the
Thinking
main
about it,
focus.
Nigel.
It's not the main focus that I have though at my level. Like I'm not gonna sweat every day that I need to go mine Isolite, but I will mine it to try and get at least, a pull in to help get the parts for the territory.
Pepper, I've got an idea.
Mhm.
Take your server's ROE, shine it up real
Oh God.
turn it sideways.
Yes,
and
yes.
stick it straight up candy asses.
Yeah.
Because you might go rogue if that is the kind of Care Bear nonsense you're dealing with over there. That's ridiculous.
I am gonna keep my comments to myself, but we certainly have a special type of row over here.
I'll give you one hint, and I think that's part of the design. Think about it. Territory is about combat. Territory is about competition. What if that's the idea that low-level players have that refinery because they can go and kill those nodes? Because if you look at the node sizes, only the 1-star nodes and then the special nodes in tier 4 territory have a reasonable node size. So I think the design almost cries for OPC
You're preaching
hunting.
to the choir.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm in a
go tell
minority when the
them-
voting happens.
Go tell them that you think the design of the game requires you to hunt OPC.
Well, don't think that hasn't been said.
Okay,
And a
I'm
lot
just
of other
trying to
things.
help.
Oh no, I
just
appreciate it. I am maybe hopefully I know like Tech One can speak to it. He even made a comment about it. There's other factors involved from other people on the server that it is what it is. We'll just leave it at that for now.
Yeah, and that, look, row is, it's with territory, and also Star Trek is about diplomacy as well, not always about attacking all the time. We have folks that call out, oh my God, SOS and SO is OPC hunting in our TC. I respond, could you ask them to clear our zones while they're there? Row protected TC, go pirate and shoot everyone. That's quite funny. I like that one. Acorum Genis says the design cries for OPC hunting, but the speed of the mining and the size of the nodes don't get most players to OPC unless they're lazy and they just reset the node and don't do anything. Welsh Warlock just says, just told them Quasel said so he'll do it. I'll leave Armadas alone in token space unless KOS. Dundesh, a special ROA. Ralph Wigglen will be proud. Yeah, exactly. Majority in vote beats PvP. It's 100% the way to do so. To Time says, low level may not event be able to kill a high level miner with a Nova. Yeah, I agree. I tell people don't become a victim and don't go OPC. Exactly. What's the best defense? And it was said earlier by Erwin, who said a great thing. Best defense to any of this is shielding. So once you shield, everything becomes a little bit more, impressive and normal, and see how it sort of works out, which I think is quite wicked to sort of look forward to. We now have OPC all apart from token spaces. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I mean, Tal could do a lot. Oh wait, yeah, of course, yeah, we can't. Tal, we don't speak about Tal because that is something to think about and to see. Well, we're not going to get any more sourcing to Tal, are we? That's just going to be something to sort of to be wary of. Yeah, which I think is quite interesting. We now, and I think those are the important things with territory. Now, when it comes to hostile killings and the crewing for the hostiles, which I think is quite an important aspect of this we haven't dived into, I will do just a brief summary of how it works. I'm going to go in game, and depending on the hostiles, if you're a G7 player, I've stood, and I don't know, I've seen a lot of players use female Spock as the key, and something than anything else with that. And I've seen Ferry has done a female Spock with Seska Suder. Remember the art of crewing, how do we do? We start with our basics and we work our way through. So our basic starts here, and that'll be amazing. Quasel will put up female Spock Seska Suder on his screen, and we'll have a look. That is the crewing that gets you the most. So far, if you don't have them, I found that this is a very good sort of... a way to kill the hostiles as well when you're up 70 and you've got a strong enough vengeance. I think it's quite important. How do we get the other two Spocks? So Ambassador Spock will be this weekend. And as I understood it, Cat Spock will be in further events down the line. So that'll be something...
Next month, yeah.
Yeah, oh, next month. Okay, yeah, further events next month. So... and then I think someone said that we're not getting any new officers that much. Just show you can never kill this thing. You need the new officers to get even close to denting this one. But everywhere else, these don't dent as hard as you think at the up 70 level. And those is what are used for on that. You can see the amount of damage that I have on screen is hardly anything. And then you can keep it going. That's the crewing that I start off with where... Quasel's going to show you what happens if you add female Spock in. We're on stfc.phd to Quasel's Corner or .cc. Quasel, let's have a look at what female Spock does. Oh, wow. That looks like a very good level.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the level 1 version displayed.
Yeah.
But
even at level 1, very good at level 1.
Yeah, but the devil lies in the details. It's just increasing the raw isocyanide. And most players might not have an issue with that unless you're having a hard time killing the hostiles or mining.
Yeah.
You're way better off like you're doing it with Cheng, because those hostiles are a perfect match for Cheng because they have 4 guns. So that's a neat thing to use Cheng on. So yeah, and of course you're getting, what helps is of course the isolated damage versus origin sector, hostiles on armadas. So that's a key to beating the armadas if you don't have ships that overpower the armadas.
Yeah.
But for example, Unofficial can most likely kill level 70 alone and horrifically die on a 75.
Yeah,
so
I'll horrifically die on the 75. I have seen people that use different crews. Someone just said to me, you don't need Seska because there's shield bypass. You're absolutely right. You can put Picard, which is a very, very good difference to do so. So if Seska goes off, I just did it on my crew. I moved Picard. Could be a good suggestion. Anything else from the panel that you think you'd work in with some of these crews? I've seen some very, very good crew versions of these and how they work. But Quasel, it's on your screen, so just show us the aspect of that as best you can. Or
let me show if I have kept the log. I think I have one. Yeah.
Oh,
so I tried your crew as well, but that then I realized, okay, wait, that doesn't make sense because for the, I think we've spoken about starting with level 70, those hostiles ignore your shields.
Yes.
So you can, so like there's no point in working with shield stuff and whatnot. So I think I tried. No, I didn't keep the log. Sad. That's sad. Let me quickly check. So you can ignore like Carol. You don't need. You don't need 1 of 11. So Cheng, Suder, and PQ is the dream team kind of to repair the damage because they're doing a lot of damage.
Yes.
And then you can add, for example, if you're going for shield, reducing their shield mitigation, Rev Scotty on lower decks helps a lot too.
Yeah.
So that's stuff you can look at. And then, of course, everything that increases your damage boosts you. Let's see if there is a new log. No, I didn't save it. Okay.
You didn't save it.
Of course, then Belana for Hull Bridge. So the classics in the end.
Yeah. So basically, as Quaze was saying, I'm just showing it in my game. Like you don't have female Spock. I'd start off with this. Then you said Walk Carol's not useful, so I'd remove her. We still need ISO defense, which is very important. You still need hull breach, burning, and repair, and obviously repair efficiency. Does that mean we add Kim instead and get even more, and then you get all 3 states working at the same time against it, which would be useful against
Yeah, but Kim gives a little bit of critical hit damage that can be useful. I'd first go, I mean, I'm not sure, depending on your CT and FT, if you even need you below deck.
Yeah.
So I'd add Savik and Nurse, for example, for critical hit damage.
Yeah. And
For isolytic damage, or anti-Troy for critical hit damage. It's a little bit of tinkering, because I found out, and I decided I have to example it. For me, I went for a tiny wee bit less damage in combination with Chang, because if I killed the hostile in round 4, I took damage of the guns, and in round 5, due to the fact that Chang and how it works with delaying the shots, in round 5 I didn't take 0 damage. But I repaired the damage from the round before, so going a little bit slower was beneficial for taking less damage. It's these days, especially with Chang and repair, you need to try it. We can't just give you pointers and hints.
Yeah, exactly. Very good example. Just with that change, I actually took slightly more damage than I usually did. And I've got the Quantum Slipstream and the Godsend. Just to show people, it's all about tinkering, about your level and your research level, which gets you to where you need to make decisions with regards to this. So that's a very important thing. And then Quasel will show us the female Spock. If you can set up the female Spock setup on your screen, which would be amazing. Could you set up Ambassador Spock just to see what the theory of how that would work as well, Quasel? Because the crew to me would be female Spock as captain, Ambassador Spock on the side, and we'd have Cat Spock no one can get this month, so let's eliminate that. But the idea is if you use all 3, you'd make a huge difference and be able to dent any of the hostiles. If you replace him with Suitor, which would be the choice I would personally go for, or would you go for something a bit more, or does Suitor not give you enough? What is your suggestion there, Quasel, for that sort of stuff?
It's like you need to test it. Either go still for Chang, because Chang removes a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
And that's stuff you don't need to repair. Or you go for the more steady stuff with repair. That's kind of the things I'd go for currently, because you're getting a lot of damage from female spec. You're getting a lot of isolated defense. I mean, look at those numbers. 20k.
Oh my God, that's insane. That is insane.
It's huge. Is it that high? I think that's an error from the display of the value. That feels too high. Let me check in game.
Yeah, I think it is about that.
It's 20k.
Yeah, it's 20k in game. Let me let me load it up my side. I just was putting the game down, but I'll put it up my side. I'm pretty sure we'll have a look at him in game as well. I feel like a tier 1, he's like very potent and makes quite a huge difference.
Yeah, it's 20k. You're right.
Yeah, it's 20k.
So that's you have currently about 2k with your Kim and stuff.
Yes.
So that's 10 times. So that's kind of eliminating all the isolytic damage. And Lightbull tested on the test server. He could kill with tier 3 of those officers. He could kind of solo 75s fully buffed.
Darth, thanks you so much for the raid. There's been a raid from Darth with your 7th. Welcome in, Darth. Welcome in. We're talking about all the crewing with regards to Star Trek Fleet Command. And here we go. But yes, that crew looks devastating. Thank you, Darth, for raiding in. Welcome in, buddy. Come on in. If you get a chance, people, follow the channel. Just click on the follow button. It helps us out and just gives us numbers that we need. But yes, Quasel. So you got Ambassador Spock on the side. It gives you loads of like ISO defense, like to the point where it's like it makes a huge difference in the armadas as well. Which I think is important as well. Fulmatron would like to see hit a 70 battleship on screen. So, Quasel, you can set that up. That would be amazing to see and show people how that works. Isn't ISO defense capped anyway? Happy Cat, very good question, Quasel. Is ISO defense capped?
No, it's just diminishing returns. So it's like with most efficiencies in game, you won't get the same from the more you get, the less value you get out of it. So if you double it, then you're getting another
Yes.
the
yes.
same result than from before. So it's getting less and less,
Yeah,
less and less.
as we explained, the sourcing is from the Paragon and Cadre event for this month for those two officers, and then next month is Cat Spock, I assume, in similar fashion of some sort. ISO defense is diminishing returns, but going from 90% to 95% is still a 5%, a 50% reduction, Humble C says, which is very good. But going from 95% to 20,000% is it's quite a boost, isn't it, Quasel? That's like insane.
Yeah.
Trainer Doberman says the 2% from the 97 to 99% ISO mitigation is huge as well. So shows that is something to look forward to. So don't give up on that, people, because there's loads of things that you can actually benefit from getting these. And I think these are officers definitely worth chasing. If you want to make territory a really easy one, and also their below deck ability, is it Ambassador Spock's got a below deck ability, doesn't he, Quasel? What is his below deck ability? I think it's quite interesting, isn't it? He has... Let's have a look at
let me check. No, it's on the list. Okay, I need to slot him in.
Yeah.
So
Ambassador Spock. Obviously,
Cat Spock. Cat Spock has for the future increases Apex barrier versus non-armada hostiles.
By
Once
50.
upgraded, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's something.
It's not bad. So then we have another Spock.
It's still the same weekend Paragon RNG. That's the setup they have for this month, Formatron. That's
the wrong one.
Yeah, you need to remove him off. Yeah, you have to remove him off the thing.
Yeah, I need to remove it on top because the tool is intelligent enough to not let me slot stuff twice.
Well, the tool doesn't want you to cheat, Quasel. It's called an exploit. Let's not make that happen. Do you know what I mean? Like that's really important for that.
So Ambassador slot Spock has a bit Apex barrier versus players. Yeah. If attacked wide on a capture or mining node, so that's
Is that good?
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's just one of those things. Yeah, but his below deck ability is potent. I'd rather have the two Cat Spocks over two Vengeances. Interesting, because their ability are so potent. Humble C, that's the officer to chase. I think those two are definitely worth chasing. Like, a lot of players in the private server have done an amazing job with female Spock and have put loads of crews that made huge differences. And I think they do very, very good stuff.
I mean, more than doubling your isolytic cascade damage helps, no question asked.
Yeah. But still, they can't kill the level 80 survey. That's the only thing. So they have tried.
Yeah, you need Spock for that.
Yeah,
you most likely need Spock for that, and a big enough ship and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's not gonna happen.
Big enough ship to do it. Are you able to set up to kill a 70 battleship? Formatron?
Yeah, I'm always almost done with setting it up.
Oh, brilliant. That's amazing.
So,
and using the tools that you have on screen, like, STFC.pro for your statistics and STFC.cc and then .phd for your crewing. And then the territory LOL, you know exactly where to go for everything else and set up in your territory and make some fun stuff happen. That's the beauty of all these tools. These CCs have done unbelievable jobs at sort of doing that, and we're always really proud of them and everything they do. So that's absolutely superb. So thank you very much for the work that you do put in for the community, because without it, we wouldn't be able to sort of get anywhere with that. There we go. So Quasel, you've got your setup. Oh, yeah.
That's a crew I tried. I need to figure out if dropping Chang is better, because Anrex gives you then more Apex barrier.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I was thinking about. Naga, because, repair costs. Kim for critical hit damage. Savik for isolytic cascade damage. Scotty to ignore their shields, because they have the same amount of shields as Hull.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets me go quicker through the shields combined with Slipstream.
Amazing.
And of course, Torres. So we're getting our Hull bridge going. And then Slipstream. And I have very often used the C12 because it just gives more hit points.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, you could switch to Chrono Deflector and other stuff. So God's End, depending on ship and
Yeah, that sounds fair. I mean, people are saying that sadly they feel the sourcing makes it unattainable. I mean, let's just see how we get on with this, and then eventually, hopefully, they'll make the changes required to make this much more impressive or much more important, depending on where it is. Right, Quasel? I think, Happy Cat says quasi instead of Vox-Cotti, he says. Apex Shred?
On a Vengeance, pointless, because the Vengeance has so much Epic Shred built in that quasi wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So you can see that's Material 11 Vengeance not taking any damage. We can take a quick...
Wow.
And it went 6 rounds in that case.
Yeah.
So the last crew I used, so then we can quickly export it.
Yeah. And this is
and
where
getting a spinning ball because the game is
exactly
not responding.
Not responding. So if he manages to export this, more is more, Happy Cat. What would you use on the 63s and the 3-star on a G6 rare? Well, that's interesting. What would you use on the 63s and 3-star? So if we had to give advice regarding to that, what would that be?
I mean, Anorex if you have, Cheng.
Yeah.
I don't think people down there have the repair repair high enough. Most likely not a PQ max and that stuff. So I'd maybe not go for suitors, but is isolatic damage E-data, or it can be worth trying Pike E-data and stuff. The classic damage crews. Those horses are, as far as I've seen, are not that much different. So no, let's upload the battle log.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people in my alliance sort of work around those type of crews, and also, you know, Suitor or Pick Q makes a huge difference below deck on your rare. But also a lot of people might go for a bit more power, so you might go Pike, Monroe, Anorax, for example, is a good example of something that you could attempt. Do you know what I mean? Just to get loads of Apex barrier. It depends whether you're hitting them harder or hitting them slower. There you go, Quasel. Look at that. That's beautifully put together, isn't it? I absolutely love seeing this.
Yeah. So you can see that the hostile mitigates a lot of the isolatic damage, but still compared to our standard damage, the isolatic damage is still the bigger factor. So using isolatic escape makes sense.
Yeah.
Then you can see about 40% goes into Apex mitigation. So that is kind of, if you're looking at Apex, it's like a 6k Apex barrier for me. So those horses have threat as well. So Anorex isn't as effective. That's why it needed a little bit more testing. What crew performs the best for me? I didn't do it because, you know, I have enough loot of both types. So why grind them? I'm kind of lazy. And then you can see 0% shield mitigation, and I repair 95% of my damage. And that's the beauty if you're going to kill the hostile early in the next round, for example.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, that shows that, which is absolutely superb and great. Only officer worth getting, Insepticon says, is outside the loop is Cat Spock. So hopefully you can chase him next month, which I think is something that's very, very good to go for. But I still think Ambassador Spock is good to go for, especially if you've got female Spock. But Ambassador Spock this weekend, I'm going to give it a proper go to do that. And it's a little bit of luck required, of course, because it's RNG based. But hopefully, if we can do enough, that would be the sort of officer to aim for. But it gives you that sort of stuff. We will focus on armadas on our next show, and we'll go on really deep dive into crewing and those aspects of those things, because I think that will be something important for people to be wary of and see how much we can punch up and how much we can do. And he says, I do hope to get some decent officer sourcing of these officers. Me too, Les Fomertron. I'm still trying to get my academy officers, so yeah, I absolutely know the feeling.
Especially unlocking them is a thing I'd go for, just to have the tool set.
Just one unlock makes a huge difference in this, massive difference. So that'll be something to sort of be wary of as people sort of do that. So I would chase it just for that reason and that reason alone. And I think that would be really important. But I think that makes sense. But that's your very good teaching for today. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen, and everything else? We've hit our time. We'll be moving on to marbles. Thank you very much, Quazel, yet again for being sensational and doing that sort of stuff as we go back on the stage. Anyone else would like to put any thoughts in, any final thoughts from anyone in our panel with regards to what you see? The Galactic Anomalies, we'll see what happens after a week. So I think that's something that needs a bit of time to sort of look into. But yes, what do you think, MJ Hat? Are you looking at some of these crewings, seeing what you can do, and what is worthwhile sort of attempting here?
I mean, the information is valuable. Yes, I do see there's a lot we can do. I just think we're going to have to work our way through the tree and figure stuff out as we move along. That's the only way we can go forward.
Yeah, it's very important. Yes, Quazel. You can jump in with that.
Yeah, I was just agreeing.
Oh,
was
yeah, you're
just
agreeing.
my
No, that's really cool. Abs, anything you'd like to say as we work our way through?
No, I think it's been a good session here.
Yeah, it's a really good session here. You do sound super quiet on that one, but that's fine. That'll work our way through. NetNiv's already disappeared. And Retro Fury, does that alleviate some of your fears that you've been worrying about? Or does it give you more to look forward to? And Retro Fury's fallen asleep. Amazing, ladies and gentlemen. With that, let's go to marbles, and we'll switch to the main screen. Right, here we go. We're transferring across to, that's not the big marbles. We'll transfer to, give me 2 seconds, to marbles. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. X-Witch play. Let's go. Let's end this stream in style. Let's give him some giveaways. A chance for a mug from STFCbriefings.com. There is a My Territory mug if you wish to go for it. Let's go support myterritory.lol as well. Support myterritory.lol by going to their channel and using their stuff. If any of those people need anything and, to go for STFC.pro for your statistics, and Quazel has just showcased how wonderful his tool is and everything like that. X-Witch play. Let's go. Quazel, if you don't mind giving me a few minutes of your time at the end, I do need to speak to you about something. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. X-Witch play. Let's go. Come on in, Darker Phoenix. There you go. Let's not miss out. MJ Hat. Let's get to not Quack Dundesh. No, the other one. We don't do ducks here. Mug.
Why not?
No, we don't do ducks. We do this, a destruction. Remember, last day for donations for the charity. Also, if anyone's kind enough to throw anything, a coffee donation towards Colby as well. She comes on the stream. She does some lovely stuff. It'd be nice to give her something as well. So X-Wish Point Colby, if you want to put that in, or X-Wish Point tip to go for the charity, or the bits and the subs will get you there as well. So come on in, X-Wish Point Play, into the chat. We do have a NetNiv band t-shirt, which I'm tempted to give out as a limited edition, which I think would be funny, Quazel, but we'll see how that goes. Megan Rayleigh, you're in. Gary Busey, you're in. Let's go. X-Wish Point Play. Let's go to time. You made it in. Let's don't miss out. Let's go. Here we go. Are we ready? If you want to adopt 2 emergency rescue wobbly cats, please let me know. Yes. X-Wish Point Play, Point Play. Let's go. Don't miss out. Chance to win a mug from STFCbriefings.com. Loads to choose from here. Here we go. Press start. And I'm pressing start. So 10 seconds to go. Rage Start made it in. Mickey the Moose has made it in. Let's go. Let's keep it going. And we are... Q-Dog be lurking. You made it in. And here we go. The race begins. 50 bits or more to create some havoc for 2 people. 100 bits or more to create havoc for 10 people or more. And the race begins. It sounds really calm. No one has been exploded on anything. Sir Dan's taking the lead. Ostis with 100 bits to send him ahead. 100 bits that gets Martok killed. And wow! And Megan Rayleigh resubscribed with the Prime and sends the hype crane to come. MJ Hat takes a huge lead. Ostis is still working. Engage! Here we go. The hype train's begun. MJ Hat is moving his way through. MJ Hat with his tiny hat is moving his way ahead. I just died. And anyone else going to throw any more bits in? Hype train begins at level 1. We're not far off to getting at the end of level 1. Only 2 subs to get us through, or 900 bits to the next spot. Let's go. Let's help out. Let's throw this charity the last final hoopla with everything we have. Rage Starve has gone ahead. Don't forget to do so. Rage Starve taking a huge lead. Broken Wolf with sorry, with 150 bits to get 3 boosts. Crocus Maximus has been thrusted. MJ Hat just died. Death on Arrival just died. Crocus Maximus, you just died. Megan Rayleigh just gave herself a boost by throwing another 100 bits, which get us closer and closer. But Rage Starve is still avoiding all the chaos that happens in this. And there we go. Thank you for the 2 subs, community subs gifted. Thank you, Humble C. Sends us to the next level of hype. Remember, 5 subs or more as 35% off. Rage Starve, you look like you've got a comfortable win here. There's no way you'll lose this. Oh my God, you missed! How could you not fall in the hole? The real Sojim! Sojim wins! Sojim, Rage Starve, it was a hole. You just had to aim for the hole. How did you miss the hole? That was the worst miss I've ever seen in my life. That's absolutely insane in every way possible, which is absolutely dangerous. Wow, 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 wow. Rage Starve, how did you miss that? Loads of questions need to be asked and see how that goes. We are on a level 2 hype train. 3 subs to get us to the next level or 1.5k bits. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Real Sojim, you made it in. And anyone else to finish. Let's do a prediction there, MJ, if you can. Please, for the next one. Prediction has started. Real Sojim, congratulations on the win. You know what to do. Exclamation point Discord. Find me on the right-hand side. You're already part of it. Nigel, exec producer, click on my name. And, you know, send me a DM. Pick the mug of your choice, and we'll send you a redeem code in return. Exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Race number 2. Let's keep it happen. 2 out of 5. We keep the hype train going. If it keeps the hype train going, we give away more stuff. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to see if we can give them as much as possible. Let's throw to right love with their arms. They deal with, you know, suicide prevention and mental health, which is quite huge. Let's give them a big hoopla and an attempt. Exclamation point play. And from that, you end up with a mug. A very nice mug. Or you can, you know, choose something a little bit more different if you win twice and so on and so forth. Missed the first one due to 4 ads. Yeah, no problem to time. You're in for this one, though. Come on in. Exclamation point play, exclamation point play. Don't miss out, don't miss out. E11E made herself in, which is absolutely awesome. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Exclamation point play. Keep the numbers coming in. Keep the numbers coming in. Off you go. Off you go. Another drop finish, it seems. Yes, Siridans. That means it's an easy finish, which means predictions are interesting. Unless someone throws bits, this could cause quite a lot of finishers or quite a lot of losers. So depending on how many styles that you wish to go for, this will be tactical on how you want to achieve it. We only need 2 subs to get us to the next level or 950 bits. Come on in, people. Exclamation point play, exclamation point play. Let's keep it going. 5 subs or more. I have 35% off anyway. So that's thanks to Twitch. So that would be something that we can use for. Happy Cat, you made yourself in. You must be just following in a channel to be able to win. That's all we ask in return. I'm about to press start. Peace in the simulation. You made it in. Anyone else? Prediction done. And the start has begun. Not quack. There's a non-existent race. It doesn't exist. Mariner, you made it in. Ramscoop, you made it in. McShiz is not race. Does the winner get a geode? No! You, Albatron, you and your geode nodes. I would want to win if I get a geode node. And the race begins. Here we go. You got a celebration on screen there by 40 bits. Susie Q22 with 500 bits. 10 boosted. Causes absolute aggro. And King Gaza got no gravity. Q-Dog Lurker, you got Dingle. Sammy Stitch, you got thrusted. Ballyboom, you got boosted. Ringing Kimpin, you just died. Red Rum, Ruby got ice. Red Candied Onion just died. Happy Cat just died. Atsuma just died. Everyone just died. It's chaos in every way possible. Brightos Pedro STFC has sent us with 5 subs, and we are unbelievably 1 sub or 10 bits away from getting to the next level. 1 sub or 10 bits to get to complete level 3 and keep us going. Wow, that explosion goes in. It's chaos everywhere. Susie Q22, your kindness is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the wonderful things that you do and always loving us. And it sends us to there. We're 10 bits to finishing off a level 3. Ramscoop, you seem to be taking a very slow lead, and you're going to win. Ramscoop's like he's going to win this. Ramscoop's got a chance here. And here we go. Thank you so much. The hype train has been achieved. With 100 bits by Susie Q. Jules Verne just died. Halo just been thrusted. Halo just died. Ossis has been thrusted. Things are going. Ramscoop's got a chance here. Ramscoop's working his way around. Ramscoop, you're circling. You're circling. Ramscoop wins. You are the winner, Ramscoop. And STFCbriefings.com. Now the predictions on the line. Because a broken wolf can't speed this up. Oh, no, he's fallen down. Is it going to be 1 finisher? Is it going to be 2 finishers? Who's gambled the most? MJ Hat, this could be quite exciting because Panda Pirate is putting everyone at risk. If Panda Pirate does not finish here, he will cause an absolute kerfuffle of loserness. Panda Pirate, you can't miss the hole. Panda Pirate has finished in 2nd place. Will anyone finish third? Sandra, MJ Hat, Tim Trek, you finished 3rd, and the results are 4, Ooh. 4 finishers, MJ. Oh, wow. 4-6. How close was that one?
I mean, it's pretty close. Looks like 92K went to Rage and 6 others.
Oh, wow. 92K went to Rage and 6 others. Congratulations on that. Ram Scoop, you know what to do. DM me at the end of the show. We'll get to it either today, tomorrow. I'll try and get it to tonight, really, because I want to get it over and done with. Exclamation play. Let's go. With race number 3. Ram Scoop, you know what to do. DM me, buddy. Pick any mug you like from STFCbriefings.com, and I will... send you away this. You can win again. If you can win again, you can maybe transfer it to a t-shirt and win a third time, transfer it into a jacket. Or you can save them and bulk save them for something cool if you wish as well. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Last few bits. We got 3 minutes left on the hype train with 5 subs or 2.3k bits to go. Let's go. Exclamation point play as well. You know, I'll always keep saying it because Colby, you know, it means the world. I actually want to get her $600 to help her with an event that she's desperate to wanting to do at the end of the month. So let's see if we can slowly do it one bit at a time every single week and start bringing her back. So if anyone wishes to chuck a little coffee, buy her a coffee, that would be amazing. Jules Verne's made it in. Mom Troy's made it in. Let's go. Exclamation point Geode. No! Albatron, this is blasphemy. Geodes don't exist in these systems. I never get a geode. It's really annoying. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Don't miss out. You know what I mean? Like, all I want is a bloody geode, and I never seem to get it. Exclamation point relic. Interesting. That's from the Armadas. Exclamation point play. Let's go. You now have been registered for non-existent duck race, Red Rum Ruby. Thanks for your quack. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Don't miss out. We're at a very good number. Real Sojin wants to get his second win and turn it into a t-shirt. I can see it. He's feeling it. Free the quack, Dundish says. That sounds exciting. Maybe Geode vary server to server like services, maybe. Mug on there. Son of a. Nigel says son of a. Let's go. Exchange point play. Don't miss out. Come on in, Rage Drive. I think you're in. Real Sojin just wants a really big win. I'm starting the race. Here we go. Remember, the hype train can't keep going or we stop. So 1 minute, 40 seconds left, 5 subs to keep us going to the next one. Here we go. The race begins. And this is for a mug from STFCbriefings.com. Will Jules Verne finally win a mugging race? No, everyone just got exploded in like 2 seconds. Sandra, you just died. Danger, you just died. Sammy Stitch died. Warzone, you just died. Tacos Chemcheck just died. Time just died. And then massive 5 gifted from Rage Starve to send us to next level. I Conquer You just died while we watch Rage Starve be the hero and send us to the next level. Finishes level 4 Hype Train and keeps us going. Here we go. Hype Train continues. Here we go. Max Heimer, Violet J, Max Heimer, and Yopper Lobster, and Mom Troy. They're all battling with each other. And Max Heimer, you just got boosted, but you almost won. And Jules Verne just died. Oh, Portaguera, La Barcasí, La Pertigno, e Jules Vertigno. Jules Vertigno, ele Pasino, ele Madre. Yeah, si. Jules Verne, you have passed away. I have prayed for you, and I feel sorry for the moment that happens. Violet JT, you're currently the winner. Harry Beggar is right behind. Martok is right behind. You're trying to get through this roundabout. Get paddled in, and you're paddling your way through. You work your way through that one. Violet TJ, Mariner in there. Impossible. Panda Pirate's working his way through. Panda Pirate's gone here. Here we go. Panda Pirate is gone there. Q-Dog be lurking. Q-Dog be lurking is giving himself a chance to get through. Dundash and Q-Dog be lurking are battling towards the final straight as they get through. And it is a huge straight because it's got a last little bend and a few roundabouts to get through. But they are battling to try and do that. Kevin's, Real Sojim, and all of them are right behind, leading the way on the pack to send us to the next thing. And it goes through. Dundesh is trying to work his way through. Les Fulmatron, we're watching you, but Dundesh seems like he's got a chance to win this. Dundesh looks like he's going to add to his wins. Dundesh wins easily. I know Dundesh that you have, I just checked, by the way, that you have put in your request for that and that, so you can get another mug. So you'll be 2 mugs and a t-shirt. Bloody hell, Dundesh, you are the winner. Quazel, you finished 2nd place. Evil XP 3rd. And Seagrams 4th, and Nane Never 5th. Panda Pirate 6th, Matt Flat, you made it 7th. Loads of big finishers in that one. 8th and 9th and 10th, and we keep it going. So there we go. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the hype train. 6 subs to go. Full dream. People are dying. Wow, we got loads of finishers here. Dundish, you are the winner. You know what to do, and that is a great marble. Look at that. Look at that facial expressions. Is that Jason Fee Express? because he likes to go fast and he likes to express himself in a really big way. Jason V Express has got himself here. Congratulations, Dondesh, on that win. You know what to do. And here we go. Next race. Let's try and keep going. Race number 4. Exclamation point play. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. What we need is 6 sub or 2.7k bits in under 2 minutes to get us to the next race as well. Exclamation point play. Don't miss out, people. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Last little pot for charity. Let's raise what we can. Let's do what we can and keep us going. What a great stream with great results and great information. So that is important to keep us through. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Exclamation point play. Exclamation point play. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Chance to get this mug, which will be awesome in every way possible. Momtre Atsuma, you've got a chance here, so we've got to see what you got to do. Violet JE1, you've made it in. You almost won last time. You've got a chance this time. Fubar Stalatorian says, well, no, Asian boy, you made yourself in. Exclamation point geode for Nigel. Yes, I agree. Just give me all the geodes. We might make that as a thing. Fulmatron makes it. Humble C, you made it in. And we got 1 minute and 20 seconds left with 6 subs to get us to the next level of this hype train. I'm about to press start. Here we go. We're very close, very close, very close. And we, in 1 minute to go. Vincent Martin, you made it in. Still feel the quack. I'm going to press start now. Vince Martin, you made it in. Any last people in? Martok, Q-Dog be lurking. You guys are still in there. X-Fish point play, and you made it in. I think that's brilliant. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The race begins. Anyone going to throw any bits or anything like that? A chance to keep going. And under 50 seconds left on the hype train. 50 seconds to go with 6 subs to get us to the next level. Oh, loads of bits. And then little explosions and things like that. That's absolutely done in every way. You are cursed. You're right. You're right, Tammy Stitch. People are cursed here. Susie Q22, you just died. Anyone else with anything? Which is absolutely amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Darth Ulrich asks STFC briefings. When does this start? Are you kidding me? We just did a lovely show at a good time. We don't rush. We don't take too long. We just try and get it through and wake it through. We try and keep it in the 2 hour, 15-minute mark. So it's actually fair that people can listen back if they need to. Panaman, you are in the lead. We're watching Fuely Dan trying to work his way through. Fuely Dan's trying to get there. Amazing. John Deere's trying to get there. You just died. Anyone else that died? And we're about to finish. The hype train's about to finish. This will be the last race. 6 subs to get to the next level. 2.7k bits. Thank you, everybody, for all your donations for this month that goes to Right Love on Their Arms. That will be amazing. Thank you so much for everyone. The hype train's finished. This will be the last race. Let's see who walks away with the final mug of the day, and then we'll raid out to someone really cool. Panaman, you just died. Nay, never. You're now in the lead. You've got a chance. It's Sammy Stitch we're watching. Mom Troy we're watching. KJ's here. KJ's taking the lead. KJ's got a lead out of nowhere. KJ's got a chance to win this. KJ's got a chance. Oh my God, KJ's going to win. I can't believe this. KJ's going to win this. Someone do something. You've got to stop KJ from winning. This is his chance. This is KJ's moment. No, MJ Hat. Oh, McShiz and KJ. Warzone. Who's going to stop him? KJ's got a massive chance. 200 bits by Simon Says.
Blow him up.
Oh my God. No. KJ's going to win this. KJ. Oh my God, he missed. KJ missed the hole. And Pedro wins. Pedro wins. Unbelievable. KJ was inches away from pulling off one of the greatest victories in history. It was like watching DR Congo against England. And at the very last moment, they could not hold on as England pulled off a great comeback. KJ, you almost won. Simon Says laughed so much as he threw the 200 bits in. Also with the 100 bits. It's just like, yes. What was that? Sorry, MJ? 6?
Was it 6?
6 finishers.
For the prediction?
Yeah, 6 finishers.
Yep,
6
thank you.
finishers. Absolutely amazing, everybody. That's a result. That's a great moment. That's a great thing. Thank you so much for everyone for this stream and everything that we've done. It was a fantastic stream with loads of information, loads of stuff, and loads of great bits to keep things going, which is absolutely awesome. Any STFC people running at the moment? I don't see many, but I know where I would love to go. So let's send her a big love because she always helps me out. It'd be good. Let's go to Piece by Piece and say thank you very much for everything. Let's say big love. I just want to say, Nigel says you're cool in very big words. Nigel says you're cool is the peace message. We want to make sure that she remembers us. Let's go with a big number if we can and give her something really cool because she does raid us and it's really kind of her. Ready, everybody? Nigel says you are cool in 3, 2, 1. Until next time. See you Sunday.